Hello. We should be live. We should be live. We should be live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We have a big stream, probably the biggest stream that we're ever gonna see. Big stream. First stream on this channel, actually. I don't know how it's gonna go. Gonna be streaming to a whole 10 people, it seems like, on this channel. So we gotta get started. Thanks everyone for joining. Thank you for joining. We're going to be starting right after this song. Should I take it off slow mode? Okay, I'll take it off slow mode. Dude, I'm going to get fucking raided. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to get raided. I'll take it off though. I'll take it off for now. Alright, it's off slow mode, off slow mode. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, we have a great stream tonight. It's been a couple days since I streamed, but we have an eventful day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming out to the chat. This is the first live stream actually on Lerix Live. Big things are coming. I now want to stream on this channel for the most part. See if we can just see how it does. You know what I mean? I gotta see how it goes. If I'm streaming to 10 people, we might have to go back to the main channel, but we gotta experiment. Ladies and gentlemen, though, we have a great stream. Thank you all for popping out right now. First and foremost, make sure to tweet out the link. I put it in the chat. It's the pinned message to get people in the stream. It would be appreciated, okay? It would be good. It would be good. You think the T word is prohibited? Do you not think I'm allowed to say tard in the title of a YouTube like thing? Is that true? Is that true? No fucking way. Come on. No way. Bullshit. I'm allowed to call people tards, right? Come on. YouTube isn't that bad, right? There's no fucking way. But to check out the link to the stream real quick, retweet it, do anything you want. Helping out the stream, okay? But ladies and gentlemen, we have a big day. We have a big day. First and foremost, the Lerix Live channel, it's going great. It's going fantastic. It's going so good. We're about to hit 1,000 subscribers, and we're so close to getting monetized too. So it's great stuff. Great stuff. I mean, the last video I uploaded, it was a 1 out of 10, which is like the best out of the last 10 performing videos. 10 straight days in a row. It's going great. Good stuff. Dude, the fact that the Michael Alberto ones are the most popular so far is fucking funny. But yeah, no, things are going great though. Be sure to subscribe already. I'm sure everyone who's already on this channel is already subscribed, but thank you for everyone coming out in the chat. Let me just read off some names because, you know, I love my fans. Luna Lizzie, Mike Lopez, Guango Side Piece. What the fuck is that? Ivan Asanti, Pez is God, Mike the Mike the Bike. What's up, dude? You like the song? Good shit. Hiei, Gaming Witch, YouTube. Okay, appreciate it all coming back. Come to the live stream. Given Ant, Gracie VV. The Spurg on Twitter. Soap. We got all the fucking people. Michael probably pegs himself too. That is horrible. That is horrible to say. Why would you say that about him? But ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard already, Michael Alberto has basically been carrying this channel over here. He's been doing great stuff. I've been able to milk him for so much content. He is my own personal lol cow. I bring out the buckets, touch his udders, and do what needs to be done. And that's what I've been doing on this channel. I get pegged. Oh wait, you can't even see. I've been putting out my best graphic design work on these thumbnails, ladies and gentlemen. With the first one, I get pegged, and then I like getting pegged. All real quotes, by the way. 100% real. Michael Alberto has confirmed this with my sources. So, but if you haven't heard, word around town is that he finally dropped his July surprise, aka September suicide note, as we all know. He's dropping his manifesto, and then he's hanging himself from the ceiling fan. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Alberto, he tweets out, what the fuck is this thumbnail, first of all? What is this? But in case you didn't know, this has been the long-awaited video he's been hinting at for over like 5 months now, maybe it is. He's been talking about this Nicholas Diorio video for time now, for at least like 3 months. You know what I mean? He's been hyping at it. He's been saying, just wait. Just you wait until I drop it. Well, we actually do know. He said he's going to drop it in July. It's now fucking September, almost November. How do we donate? I'm not monetized yet, so no donations yet. But what you can do is subscribe and give me watch time, because then we're going to get there. But ladies and gentlemen, he dropped finally his Nicholas Diorio video, apparently exposing Diorio. I don't know why he thought he would be the one. I feel like Diorio has had so many enemies throughout these years of him being online. Someone more competent would have came along other than fucking Michael Pegberto to really deal the final nail in his grave. So it's funny that he thought he would take up the mantle and really take him down there. Because he said this video is going to do significant damage on his career. So I'm very hyped. I haven't seen any of it yet. Well, I've seen like maybe 10 minutes. But as soon as I realized that it was 51 fucking minutes, yeah, I immediately knew there's no way I'm watching this like on my own, silent, without anything to gain. We got to do this live. So he sends out this tweet, already unbelievable. Listen, read this. New video. Nicholas Diorio is a commentary community figurehead. He is most famous for defending Zaptai, a YouTuber who sexted with a 14-year-old at age 20. Already, this gives us a great hint of what this video is going to be about. Already completely dishonestly painting Zaptai out to be some 20-year-old who mindfully knew that he was sexting a 14-year-old. I mean, come on. Like, it's a meme word at this point, but Alberto always calls us, like, what, bad faith, dishonest. But this is just blatantly wrong. Like, he never knew he was sexting a 14-year-old. Yeah, he sexted them, but the connotation in writing this in a tweet is that he knowingly sexted a 14-year-old at age 20. That's the obvious implication. But as anyone knows who even knows a little bit about the story, that's not the case. He thought, I'm pretty sure he thought, because this girl that Zaptai was talking to lied twice about her age. She first lied about being 17 or 18, maybe. It's one of those ages. But then she finally revealed, so then the story's convoluted, but she then said that she was 16 years old when she was pressed further. Like Zaptai was, they were talking about meeting in person, and she was feeling some kind of guilt that she lied about her first age, which was either 17 or 18. So then she retracted it and said, you know what, actually I'm 16. And then a week after, I'm pretty sure, Zaptai was told this by her. He immediately cut contact after hearing this information. Now, she actually was 14, but the only ages that she told Zaptai was 16, and then ages slightly higher than that. So like 17, 18. Now, all of this is very convoluted, which is why Nick Diorio's video is so important in the first place, because it kind of broke the case open, you know what I mean? To show that this guy actually wasn't a complete fucking pedophile who knowingly was sexting a 14-year-old. That wasn't the case at all. It's much more complicated. And to be honest, man, with this age shit, do I really care if a 20-year-old is sexting a 17-year-old or a 16-year-old? Like, I feel like, because like, imagine you're 19, you're dating a 16-year-old, whether it be around the neighborhood or high school. I don't feel like inherently these are like creepy things. I don't think so. I don't think so. Like, you're 18, then you turn 19 and your girlfriend's still 16. Like, inherently, I don't think any of these things are creepy. It depends specifically on the context of the situation, of course. But I don't think inherently any of these things show that someone's, of course, a pedophile or anything. But he's going to give his defenses in this video, which we're going to go over. But already he's painting this out to be way more dishonest than what it is. But like, people memed on Augie for saying high school context, and that high school context matters with the ages here. And people memed on that because it sounds funny. But it's like true. It's like absolutely true. The problem is double standards in the community. I heard a little bit about that, but I don't know if that's necessarily true. But here, I'm trying to steel man his arguments when I haven't seen the video yet. So I'll let Alberto speak for himself. 2016 is borderline. It is. I guess I don't, dude. It's retarded. 2017 is whatever. I don't know. I don't think I would label anything. Maybe it's fucking creepy. Maybe it's creepy. Like, personally, I'm about to turn 20, you know what I mean? My birthday's in October. I'm about to turn 20. Am I going to be hunting out 16-year-olds? Absolutely not. That is weird. But given, like, specific context, like, of course, if he's pulling up to a fucking high school as a 20-year-old who's, like, a sophomore in college, yeah, of course, it would be creepy in that context. So it's difficult. And inherently, I don't know. We'll see. We'll go over this more in the video. But already we can see he's painted out to be in a dishonest light. But he says, in today's video, we'll go over his defense of Zaptai and also how he lied about me. I can't wait to see that fucking part. But yeah, you know what's so funny about Alberto too is that he's friends, or at least connections he associates with Technicals. And Technicals is backing all of his behavior, you know? When Technicals, if you remember, is the guy who defended Zero, who sexted a 14-year-old when he was 19, and he knowingly actually sexted a 14-year-old knowing that she was 14, where the girl didn't lie about her age at all. So why is Alberto not critiquing Technicals for that crazy defense he gave of Zero? Why is he only going after Diorio for defending Zaptai? Like, all of this is like team sports, you know what I mean? It's only because he hates Diorio and he likes Technicals. And because both Technicals and Alberto hate Diorio, that's the only reason why they're siding about this. But Alberto has no consistency here because he's not saying a word about fucking Technicals defending Zero. Yet he will get mad at Diorio talking about fucking Zaptai and defending him. I don't know, man. But that's basically all he fucking tweeted out. So I think it's finally time. Yeah, you can see Technicals is retweeting this. He's supporting the video, which is just fucking ironic. Like, Technicals was saying some dumb shit. I just leaked my alt, so now Alberto's gonna block my alt. But I even remember Technicals was talking about this shit, and I tweeted at him saying, Where the fuck's my tweet? This doesn't take away from what I said, but true, that would be good content where he was talking about him and Dioro having a debate. But then I say, plus you're a tard for backing Alberto, who's shitting on Nick for defending Zaptai when you've defended Zero. I wonder why he doesn't go after you too then. All this shit is retarded team sports, no consistency. And it is. It is. There's no justification that Alberto can give for the reason why he's turning a blind eye to technicals aside from just being his friend. That's all this is. But yeah. Okay, I think it's time though. I think it's time. Thank you all, everyone, for coming out to the stream. This channel, it's doing big things already. We're so close to getting monetized. Great. And I've only been like uploading for like 10 days. Great stuff is coming. All future live streams are going to be on this channel, so be sure to be on wary for that. But you know, I'm almost proud for Alberto in a sense because usually before he dropped this video, when you would type in Michael Alberto, the first thing that would pop up would be my video of showing I got pegged in the thumbnail. And like other people shitting on him, Tommy C, bully Michael Alberto. But you know, finally, oh yeah, and this Michael Alberto, he gets plucked. What the fuck? But okay, let's check it out.
Nick Robinson.
It's doing like decent for his channel, you know what I mean? 6 hours, 2.3 video, K. 51 fucking minutes. This is gonna be a trip, dude. I'm probably gonna have to put it on 1.5 speed. But let's see what we got. The YouTube's worst commentator, Nicholas Diorio. Incredible.
Nicholas Diorio is a popular commentary video essay. Nicholas Diorio is a popular commentary video essay channel and Twitch partnered streamer. Looking at his content at a surface level, he seems like an okay guy. He makes content about drama, with some of his most popular videos being trying to redeem quote-unquote falsely accused individuals. He also criticizes online figures who engage in bad practices, such as slander, doxing, and engaging in things related to hacking. The thing is, Diorio engages in all of these himself. For today's—
What? 30 seconds in and you're saying that Diorio engages in hacking? Or attempted hacking? And that Diorio engages in doxing? So you're saying he's a hypocrite for calling out Keemstar when he's actually slandered people? I guess he's talking about the retarded memes that he posted out saying which one's worse, Bill Cosby or Alberto. I guess that's the that's the level we're talking about when we talk about fucking slander here. Making a meme about someone. Alberto, all the times that you like fucking meme on other people for just jokes or insults, is that now slander? Is that slandering them, really? Like, you called me Lolicon Lerix. With your own logic, that's now slander because you're fucking accusing me of being a pedophile. So you've engaged in the same shit by your own fucking, you know, logic.
It's a hacking. The thing is—
But I can't wait to see the doxing and attempted hacking that Diorio has done. Why wasn't this in his tweets? I mean, that's a huge fucking claim. That's a huge claim. Why wasn't that, like, promoted? Probably because he has no valid reasons to defend it.
Diorio engages in all of these himself. For today's video, we are going to criticize Diorio. I'm going to do this by simply going over a few controversies he's covered and been involved in. My main goal with this video is to give you guys the facts of each case, and then show you, the viewer, how Diorio has treated each of them, and also how he's treated stories involving me. Because when you do this, when you put everything right next to each other, you paint the picture of a malicious, bad-faith, uncredible commentator who pretends to have some sort of journal—
Bad faith based. Yeah. Bad faith. You put in your tweets that a 20-year-old is openly sexing a 14-year-old. Glad that Michael Alberto is calling out other people for bad faith and misrepresentation.
Paint the picture of a malicious, bad-faith, uncredible commentator who pretends to have some sort of journalistic
Dude,
integrity.
This is AIDS,
Diorio
though.
is the type of person—
This fucking picture of Diorio.
Commentator who pretends to have—
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? I mean, shout out to Diorio for keeping up his old content, his old cringy content up, because I deleted a lot of my old shit. So, props to him, but like, dude, what the fuck?
Some sort of
a Magnum condom costume?
Journalistic integrity. Diorio is the type of person who will defend someone he likes of anything, while also—
Did I just hear Alberto say that he's calling out Diorio for just playing sides, and only because he likes someone is the reason he's defending them?
Diorio is the type of person who will defend someone he likes of anything.
Okay, Alberto, so if you have consistent morals, then I'll be awaiting the technicals video where you call out him for saying for trying to vindicate Zero, for Zero knowingly sexting a 14-year-old and telling her to put ice cubes in her pussy. So I'll be awaiting that, unbiased narrator.
Integrity. Diorio is the type of person who will defend someone he likes of anything, while also desperately trying to attack other people for doing either the same thing.
Because you haven't said one thing about technicals defending Zero.
Less. Zaptai, not to be confused with Turkey Tom's old Twitter account with the same name, was an up-and-coming Canadian commentary YouTuber, podcaster, and law student. Like all commentary YouTubers, he talked about internet drama and used his status as a law student to be a voice of authority on certain issues. A very interesting video Zaptai made during his time as a commentary YouTuber was one on gaming YouTuber Red Kiwis, who was in a scandal regarding trading nude photos with a
Michael's doing a lot of sweeping for that Ice Cube's pussy Zero guy.
14-year-old girl when he was 19. Diorio also made a video on this topic. In both videos, the two creators go in pretty—
Yeah, so Kiwis knowingly sexted a 14-year-old too, right?
Who was in a scandal regarding trading nude photos with a 14-year-old girl when he was 19. Diorio—
Or is he talking about the
also made a video on this topic. In both videos, the two creators go in pretty hard at Kiwis. While Zaptai was growing on YouTube, he was getting to collaborate with big names.
But I'm pretty sure the girl lied about her age too, saying she was 16 with Kiwis.
Like Keemstar, Colossal was crazy, Chris Raygun.
But then what even incriminated Kiwis even more is that Kiwis went on a drama alert and said, didn't he say something like, I don't care that she was 16? I don't want to slander him. I don't know. But he did something else that was incriminating. And he didn't like show any remorse maybe? I don't quote me on that.
Leafy is here and more. He even got to host an entire video on Pyrocynical's channel.
Hey everyone, I'm Zaptai, and I'm going to be filling in for Pyro today. Don't really see a point in giving any further ado, so let's just get right into it.
Most of these collaborations happened on a podcast he was a host of, called Hot Wet Soup. However, it would all end badly for him, as he would be in the center of a pedophile scandal which basically ended his career. Before we continue, I'm not here to try and definitively prove Zaptai is a pedophile or a groomer or anything. I'm just gonna quote what he said about all of this, which was, quote, make of it what you will. And
this motherfucker dares to call me Lolicon Lerix, and this is like his avatar he's using for this video. Like, bruh, oh my god.
I'm gonna quote what he said about all of this, which was, quote, make of it what you will. End quote. It's up to you, the audience, to decide whether you like him or not. I'm going over this simply to set the record straight on the facts of the case. In early 2017, the quote-unquote final episode,
Kiwi found out the girl was 12, I think, but then messaged her again, even though he knew her age. Yeah, maybe, I think it was something on the lines of that. I don't know if she was 12, maybe 14, I don't know. We'll see.
Of Hot Wet Soup was uploaded. Taking Zaptai's place was British commentator I'm Alex, who claimed to be his best friend. The three hosts on the podcast claimed he was a sociopath. They claimed that not because they made it up out of thin air. They said that because that is what Zaptai told them. To make matters even worse for Zaptai, also on the podcast, he was accused of being sexually involved with underage girls. Following the release of said podcast, more allegations and rumors regarding the underage claim would pop up, causing him to trend on the website, now called X. The drama gets very convoluted and confusing.
Did he just fucking— okay, now I'm nitpicking. Did he just say, on Twitter, now called X?
Causing him to trend on the website, now called X. The drama gets very convoluted and confusing,
okay, let me stop
but
nitpicking
basically he isn't actually a sociopath. And the underage girl he was e-dating and sexting with lied about her age. While they were sexting, Zaptai was 20. The girl named Heather claimed to be 16, but her actual age was 14. Diorio was the main guy leading the charge to vindicate this guy as innocent and a victim of false allegations. He successfully did this by invoking the Salazzo case, who was falsely accused of rape. Diorio mentioned this case in his video due to the fact it was a recent story and I'm Alex was involved in the attempted cancellation of both Zaptai and Salazzo. And since Salazzo was actually innocent, it made it much easier to get the public to side with Zaptai. Nick's Zaptai videos were a massive success, and the influence they've had has been huge. Diorio's journalism has been widely cited in other people's works. He even brags about the case being his most impactful thing he's done with his platform.
Yes, it's just weird that you guys tried to paint me and my friends as this cult and shit, but the most impactful thing I've done with my platform was clean clean up your biggest fuck up and give you a really charitable representation in the process.
Leading to Zaptai being able to return as the rebranded Big B.
So he's just setting the
welcomed with
groundwork
open
right now,
arms.
basically.
Whenever Nick mentions the Zaptai case following the release of his videos, he seems to act like Zaptai was completely innocent the whole time. While lies were told by, and misinformation spread thanks to, people like I'm Alex about Zaptai, at the end of the day,
Good
Zaptai
soundtrack.
still knowingly sexted with a minor as an adult. But by the way Diorio talks about it, you'd think he did literally nothing wrong or questionable the entire time. Diorio is on record calling Zaptai a pretty solid guy, and has gone as far to say he has done nothing wrong.
Okay, so like when
Zaptai,
Diorio's
a pretty solid guy. And
when Diorio's calling Zaptai a pretty solid guy, like do you think he's specifically talking about like one mistake doesn't make up wholly someone's character. Of course, if it's something fucking crazy, like you literally interact with a kid knowingly, yeah, there's certain actions that can make up your whole character where you can write off people pretty easily. But like Diorio, when he says that he's a pretty solid guy, he's talking about overall the full context of things. You know what I mean?
has gone as far to say he has done nothing wrong.
Big B didn't do anything wrong.
These videos contain
Okay, but dude, Alberto, are you trolling? Do you?
and has gone as far to say he has done nothing wrong.
Big B didn't do anything wrong.
These
So you take a 1 second clip from Diorio like memeing around in a fucking live stream of him saying Big B did nothing wrong and ignore him in his own video saying that it is a valid reason to critique him on for continuing to interact with the 16-year-old for like a week, I think it is. Where that would be a point to criticize him on, and that would be where it's valid for people to, I guess, call him creepy, or if they don't want to associate it with him, that's fine. Like, Diorio put in his own video that he very much acknowledges that it's a problem. Obviously, his more fleshed out take isn't that he did nothing wrong.
solid guy and has gone as far to say he has done nothing
It's
wrong.
unironically bad
Big B didn't do
faith.
anything wrong.
These videos contain misinformation of crucial details regarding the Zaptai case. Listen, everyone gets something wrong sometimes. People make mistakes. But what I'm doing isn't a nitpick of a minor fact.
What the fuck? Come on.
Everyone gets something wrong sometimes. People make mistakes. But what I'm doing isn't a nitpick of a minor fact he got slightly wrong. In his video, he makes the age gap sound less worse than it was. He claims the fake age of the girl was 17, not 16, like Zaptai says in one of his responses to the situation.
It's entirely possible that she told him she was 17 because in December she had stated that she was 17 years of age during the Nick Cash situation.
To my knowledge, again, I made this video in 2019, but I'm pretty sure this is where we were at like the last the clarification message that's in all the descriptions. Ed was talking to somebody who he had believed to be 17 years old.
Diorio also lowered Zaptai's age from 20 to 19, turning 20.
She had allegedly catfished the at the time 19-year-old Zaptai.
To be clear, Zaptai was 20 years old the entire time.
Well, if you do a 5-second Google search and calculate the ages according to the time frame of the allegations, you'd realize almost instantly that Zaptai was 20 the entire time.
Yeah, so Diorio fucked this up. I mean, Technicals called this out in his video. Fuck, I've no mods. Cuddles the cat. Good one, dude. Hey, who's in here I could fucking trust? What the fuck? What is this? Oh wait, I'm not even on my other account so I can mod people. It's so over. Look at this fucking chat. Who is the CCP? What is this? All right, give me someone. Who do I fucking recognize? Skeleton, I recognize you from fucking Twitter. Okay, real quick. There we go. Oh yeah, also Tanasa, I recognize you from Twitter. Don't be AIDS, guys. Just like time out like obvious like slurs or spam, okay? Alright, you guys know. Alright though. No, what the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, so Technicals called this out about a year ago in his video where Diorio issued a statement saying that he fucked up the like a few months to get the ages wrong, where he called Zaptai a 19-year-old and that the girl could have been a 17-year-old, to make it then a 2-year age gap, as opposed to what was really the case where it was he was 20 and then the girl was 16. Now, Technicals called it, and Alberto is calling this out as if it's like a huge deal. Like it was a huge deal that Diorio did this maliciously and purposely to try to go out of his way to save his friend and try to make his friend look better. Now, at the end of the day, dude, sure, on paper, 19 years old and 17 years old sounds much better because it's a 2-year age gap. But dude, morally I don't know, am I completely retarded on this? Is there that much of a fucking difference between 20 years old and 16 versus 19 and 17 years old? Like, I don't, just like a 6-month difference or a year difference. It sounds worse. And as I said in the intro, I'm about to turn 20. I'm 19. I'm not going to be hunting out for fucking 16-year-olds. But if we're talking about morally, is that big of a distinction? Like, I feel like Diorio didn't do that maliciously to try to get his case to better, to try to make his point better.
Diorio issued a correction.
Am I like a complete retard? Is there that much of a fucking moral difference there?
Ages in the description of his videos. However, it's not a good correction in my opinion. It's too wordy and a bit—
Wait, he acknowledges the correction and he's saying it wasn't good enough for him? What is this?
Ages in the description of his videos. However, it's not a good correction in my opinion. It's too wordy and a bit convoluted on purpose. A good
It's a bit wordy.
correction is straight and to the point. It's him consistently mentioning how at one point she claimed to be 17. And then at the end he says she was 1 year younger than 17. Diorio weirdly refuses to type out the number 16, probably in hopes more casual viewers are just going to see the number 17 multiple times in a—
Okay, this is pretty fucking conspiratorial, dude. I mean, your evidence to say that you— like, why is this even a point in the video? You really, like, he's trying to paint this narrative, I guess, that Diorio is a malicious actor who does dishonest things just to defend his friends. Which, if we look at his whole catalog of everything he's done online for the past fucking, like, 5 years, it's very safe to say that he's not a fucking, like, dishonest actor. Like, he consistently seems to not just defend people he likes. I mean, he's the one who uprooted the whole John Swan situation, and he recorded the call of his friend who he was friends with, John Swan. So I think there's really no substantial evidence to really paint this narrative that he goes out of his way just to defend people he likes. Like, you would have a better argument of just saying he's an idiot. But he's definitely not a malicious actor who goes out of his way to try to obfuscate the truth and make sure he doesn't specifically type out the word 16.
than 17. Diorio weirdly refuses to type out the number 16, probably in hopes more casual viewers are just going to see the number 17 multiple times and assume she claims to be 17. So, if you go by the fake age of the girl, it's a 4-year age gap. But since Diorio lowered Zaptai's age to 19, instead the fake age of the girl was 17, it's now a 2-year age gap.
I'll give you this. Zaptai is creepy. I guess I would confidently say, yeah, at that time in his life, he was creepy. He was definitely creepy. Is he a pedophile? Is he like a sexual predator? I don't think so. But I think it's creepy. Like, if one of my friends right now who's 20, if he comes to me and says, dude, I just picked up a 16-year-old girl, or I'm talking to a 16-year-old girl online, I would check him and say, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Why? Get off that shit. What are you thinking? So yeah, I would confidently say that was a very creepy thing that Zaptai did. But what Michael isn't acknowledging is that the whole reason that Diorio made his video is to clear up that Zaptai isn't a fucking pedophile. Because that was the working narrative. He got kicked off of the fucking internet. He got kicked off of his podcast. He had no career anymore. He got his career eviscerated and canceled. Because people were running this narrative like I'm Alex that he was an actual pedophile and that he was knowingly sexting a 14-year-old. Sorry, fucking Diorio just gave me the call. He just DM'd me. Let me see this real quick. Okay. He wants me to read the correction. Okay, so let me read this out loud. Courtesy of Nicholas Diorio, guys. Correction, I stated that Zaptai was 19/20 instead of just 20. While unintentional, the reason for this mistake was because I mixed up ages when they met and the day they started dating. Okay, so they met, they were talking / probably flirting online, whatever the fuck you do in a Discord chat. And then then the day they officially started dating was apparently 2016. Zaptai met Heather when he was 19, and she was understood to be 17 around April of 2016. Zaptai at 20 started dating Heather, 17 turning 18 around September. The relationship broke off around December, shortly after she admitted to lying about her age, claiming she was a year younger. Yeah. So I guess it's just more understandable on how you would be able, it's more of an honest mistake and it's not malicious, you know? It's like he was given there was 2 ages here and he just mixed up one of them. So yeah. This is old. Why is he talking about this? Dude, because he's going to destroy Diorio's career. What do you mean? This is his hit piece. This is his September suicide note. This is what we've been waiting for. Come on, guys. Come on.
Weirdly refuses to type out the number 16, probably in hopes more casual viewers are just going to skim, see the number 17 multiple times, and assume she claims to be 17. So, if you go by the fake age of the girl, it's a 4-year age gap. But since Diorio lowered Zaptai's age to 19, and said the fake age of the girl was 17, it's now a 2-year age gap. Because 17-19 is much easier to defend than 16-20. Now, after it was pointed out by YouTube commentator Technicals that the ages were wrong in Diorio's Zaptai video, he acts like this was just—
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just very conspiratorial, and the only way that Michael Alberto would try to be able to genuinely make a point that Diorio was maliciously shifting the ages for his sake of his argument would be if he had a pattern of this behavior. But we actually have a pattern of the exact opposite of Diorio actually unironically being a good faith actor. I don't know how to say it less cringe, but
a minor mistake that just needs a minor correction. Bro, if I made a mistake this atrocious, I would just remove the video. It'd be one thing if Diorio—
What the fuck are you talking? Oh, he's such a retard. Come on. You know, I was almost thinking that Alberto was gonna surprise me. I mean, the production seems pretty good on this video. The soundtrack is sounding great. It's not too boring so far. But what the fuck is this point?
He acts like this was just a minor mistake that just needs a minor correction. Bro, if I made a mistake this atrocious, I would just remove the video. It'd be—
Do you realize the main point Diorio fucking made his video is to make sure the narrative that he's not just knowingly sexing a 14-year-old as a 20-year-old gets you know, like the record is shown. The record is cleared. That he's not actually a fucking pedophile. And that people like I'm Alex were pushing this narrative that was completely wrong to fucking cancel him and destroy his career. When that's not the case, it's more convoluted. And he wasn't knowingly sexing a 14-year-old. So why would he take down the whole video that the majority is a very solid case just because he mixed up the ages of 2 specific dates of when they first met versus when they started dating? That's ridiculous. You're completely, he's completely missing the main point of the video of why.
I made a mistake this atrocious. I would just remove the video. It'd be one thing if Diorio somehow made the age gap worse, but he didn't. He made it better. Are we really supposed to believe he just accidentally smudged the ages in favor of the guy who he likes and would later befriend? Diorio's—
Well, Alberto, the only way that you would be able to make this point is that are we really supposed to believe that he just did this on accident? Usually when someone makes that point, it's because a person has a pattern of being dishonest. Like with John Swan, are we really supposed to believe that fucking LT Cobra like typed the N-word to that one guy? Or are we supposed to believe like something from John Swan in the future when he has a pattern of lying? Like that's when you would make the points.
Accidentally smudged the ages in favor of the guy who he likes and would later befriend. Diorio still lies and obfuscates details, specifically about the Zaptai ages, to this very day. On a live stream he did about me in June 2023, he says Zaptai was also talking to several other girls around the time, and he claimed all of the other girls were adults.
When they're dating 5 fucking girls and have an IRL girlfriend where every other girl is over 18.
That's not true, one of which was also an underage girl. This one was actually 17 when Zaptai was 19. I probably wouldn't have mentioned this.
I mean, didn't Diorio even like mention that in his video though, in like the conversation there?
Fact, if Diorio hadn't just flat out lied and contradicted in interview—
I mean, is this all this video is gonna be? Like out of context, unironic clip chimps that don't show the broader narrative of like Diorio's fleshed out take, but instead he's taking little clips of him saying on live stream, this Big B did nothing wrong, Zaptai did nothing wrong. and that, oh, he was having 5 girlfriends, they were all above the age of 18. Except, oh, maybe one was 17, actually. Is it just going to be all dishonest fucking clips?
He conducted himself with Zaptai.
The initial allegation levied against you is that you were talking to 4 girls 16 years of age. How do you respond?
Oh, it's so weird to talk about this still.
Do these 4 16-year-old girls exist?
No. 4 girls exist. 2 were over the age of 18, 1 was 17 while I was 19, and then 1 is the one.
Yeah, like this is even shown in his video, dude. This is even shown in Diorio's video. So you just proved your own point wrong. That it wasn't just him maliciously lying on his live stream that all of the other girls were above the age of 18, but instead it was just a fucking small misspeak of such a minute detail that doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
We're discussing.
Also in the stream, Diorio tries to recontextualize.
Yeah, weren't there supposed to be funny skits in this video? We'll see.
The age gap between Heather and Zaptai to 1720.
So he talked to this one girl because he thought she was 17 years old. So I initially thought it was 1916, it was actually 2017.
He was also caught liking tweets on Twitter saying the age gap was 1720 around this time. Even if you go...
Dude, are you trolling?
Caught liking tweets on Twitter saying the age gap was 1720.
Based. He was liking tweets. Yeah, no, what the fuck are you guys talking about? This video is hilarious so far.
Around this time.
He was liking tweets, so therefore he was maliciously lying about this all along. And that was his plan. To try to save his friends, to try to clear Zaptai of non-pedophilia. Of a 1 age difference, by the way. Diorio didn't instead lower the age 3 counts. Instead, only one to really hone in and hammer in his point.
Even if you go by the fake age Heather gave,
Genius.
it was 16, not 17. Diorio, you may have gotten these lies past your audience to try and discredit me before my video even came out. However, you ain't getting this shit past me, that's for sure. He's willing to lie to his audience if he thinks he can get it past them. And he gets lies past his audience.
Badass Pegberto, what did he just say?
That's for sure. He's willing to lie to his audience if he thinks he can get it past them.
He's willing to lie to his audience if it thinks you could get it past them. I mean, you just have to paint a broader narrative. I hope this video does this. I know it's not. But to make this point, that's a very big, broad point to make. That Diorio will willingly lie to his audience to make a point. You have to show a pattern. And do you really think other people in the community, much fucking smarter than you, wouldn't point this out first? You really thought you were going to be the one to uproot this case here, Alberto? You? The fucking retard who hopped into my stream and told me that your girlfriend dominates you in bed? You really think you're gonna be the genius who's gonna crack this case?
You ain't getting this shit past me, that's for sure. He's willing to lie to his audience if he thinks he can get it past
It's not
them.
getting past
and he gets
him.
lies past his audience pretty often.
Nothing
and
gets
he told
past
this
him.
lie because saying it was
Especially not his girlfriend's 8-inch dildo into his ass.
a 2 to 3 year age gap is much
going
easier to
inside of him.
defend than a 4 to 6 year one. He also does this so people can go and claim the Zaptai situation was something just like the Call Me Carson situation, which was a relationship between someone who was 17 and someone who was 19. A very small age gap between someone who just became an adult and someone who was about to become an adult. And it was overblown by evil people to attack and smear someone as some sort of pedophile. And because of this lie Diorio told...
What do you mean low blow? This motherfucker calls me Lolicon Lerix, calling me basically a fucking pedophile. Good one.
People still regurgitate it to this very day. Although normally, Diorio was actually against what Zaptai did. While Diorio defended Zaptai for 1620, for whatever reason he has an issue when Minilad is accused of doing the same thing, calling it a yikes moment. I can already hear Diorio's voice screaming in the distance. Well, he knew her since she was 13. However, a 4-year age gap always remains a 4-year age gap, and the misconduct being alleged didn't start till she was 16 or 17.
So now he's trying to paint a narrative of a broad point that he's willing to lie and that there's double standards. Let's see this double standard with Minilad.
Well, he knew her since she was 13. However, a 4-year age gap always remains a 4-year age gap, and the misconduct being alleged didn't start till she was...
So with Minilad, let me just read this. So with Minilad, no one has been able to give me a proper timeline for months, and it seems like he just did. They started talking in 2013, 2014. She was 13, 14. He was 18, 19. Craig added her on Snapchat in 2015. She was 16. He was 20. Craig began flirting when he was 21 and she was 17. Yikes.
16 or 17. And also, you're the guy defending Zaptai in a 4-year age gap.
Where did this
Wait, but the problem here isn't just the 4-year age gap, dude. And also, like, one of the main reasons why Diorio was defending Zapdai too is because, like, a week after the girl told him that she was 16, he cut off contact in like a week. So it just shows that he was disgusted by it, and that he wanted to get out of that. We don't know this to be the case with Mini Lad. That wasn't the case with him, to my knowledge. And then also, it's the point with Mini Lad too is that what they met when she was 13, and then he added her on Snapchat when she was 16, and then started flirting in 2016.
16 or
Like there's a broader point here.
17. And also,
Mini
you're the guy
Lad.
defending Zaptai in a 4-year age gap.
What did this dude do?
He's a pedophile.
Children.
Like an actual one,
Yes.
or like okay?
I'm not defending either of these guys. I'm saying by your own logic, in your position of being pro 4-year age gap, you should be defending this guy too. However, you don't. And that's because
Dude, Diorio, just fucking call in. Call in. Diorio, just fucking call in, please, dude. Let's watch this, dude. Watch this together, because I even want to maybe debate you on this and just see where your stance is at. Call in, dude. Call in. Call in.
you defend Zaptai solely because you like him, and you attack Mini Lad because either you already didn't like him or because you gain nothing by defending him.
Wait, okay, sorry.
Like-
You're the guy defending Zaptai in a 4-year age gap.
What did this dude do?
He's a pedophile.
Children.
Like an actual one,
Yes.
or like okay?
I'm not defending either of these guys. I'm saying by your own logic, in your position of being pro 4-year age gap, you should be defending this guy too. However, you don't. And that's because you defend Zaptai solely because you like him, and you attack Mini Lad because either you already didn't like him or because you gain nothing by defending him.
So Mini Lad is way worse because he knew the age and it was a bigger gap, 5 years, not 4. Plus, Mini Lad knew the age and continued the relationship for 3 years and never truly admitted it. And when he apologized, is that the case, dude? Mini Lad was like 2021. I barely remember this point, but was the age gap 5? And from what he literally showed from Diorio's tweet, is that there's more context here when they fucking met when she was 13. So maybe there could be a broader point of grooming or something.
Cut out for this. This guy too. However, you don't. And that's because you defend Zaptai solely because you like him, and you attack Mini Lad because either you already didn't like him or because you gain nothing by defending him. Just like how you called Pearly Things a pedophile. You already didn't like him or because you gain nothing by defending him.
Yeah, and did granted, I don't fucking remember, but Mini Lad didn't like cut off the relationship like a week later, and he never acknowledged that like it was in his apology. At least what I'm being told. Is that the case? Fuck, it's so difficult because I can't trust this retard to actually give the real facts about the case. Because he's already dishonestly painted so much shit in this video. So I can't even trust him. Like, for me to actually go full-fledged, dive deep into this video, I have to research every single case. Like Mini Lad, fucking Zapdai. Because I can't rely on fucking Pegberto to give me the real facts of the situation. It's so annoying.
Just like how you called Pearly Things a pedophile multiple times for calling 16-year-olds hot.
Hey, this is pretty late in the game, but
Things a pedophile multiple times for calling 16-year-olds hot.
hey, this is pretty late in the game, but I just noticed he messes up the age gap in the Mini Lad situation too. Right here in his tweet, it's a 5-year age gap, but then over here, it's a 4-year one, bro. Can you get anything right? Bro, you should just retire, bro. You are not cut out for this.
Outside of the age gap discourse, the other centerpieces regarding the Zaptai case would be the fact he was receiving illegal photographic material from this girl, the fact he was planning to travel to have sex with her, and
Yeah, like, man, no, it's... Fuck, I don't even know the details in the Mini Lad shit, so it's so lame that I can't even look at it. But at least from what we've seen with that tweet of Diorio, it seems like there's more context with Mini Lad. That is definitely not that is unique to the Zapdai situation to make these two much different.
The Zaptai case would be the fact he was receiving illegal photographic material from this girl, the fact he was planning to travel to have sex with her, and a text Zaptai sent where he says, "You're worth getting arrested for." Diorio has horrible defenses for all of these, so let's just debunk his entire defense of Zaptai real quick. A main argument Diorio makes is that Zaptai never received nude photos. Instead, they were lewd or provocative, so nothing illegal happened.
So now it's gone from Zaptai sexting minors to Zaptai's been talking dirty to a girl who is catfishing as
Wait, go back, actually.
Entire defense of Zaptai real quick. A main argument Diorio makes is that Zaptai never received nude photos. As horrible text Zaptai sent where he says, "You're worth
Let me just read these fucking texts.
planning to travel to have
Because, dude, it's been so long since I paid attention to the Zaptai
sex with her."
thing. This is him. Wow, I'm lame. Whatever the fuck that blurred message
In a
is.
text
Oh my fucking god.
Zaptai sent
LMAO, I spent too long taking those. Taking what? Did she send pictures or something?
where he says,
Jesus Christ, you jest. Aw, you're worth getting arrested for, LMAO.
"You're worth getting..."
Oh my god. Don't LMAO fuck me. So this text message is assumingly when he knew that she was 16. Because why else would he say you're worth getting arrested for if she wasn't 16? And wasn't his literal point that he was creeped out by the fact that when she told him the age? Like she was creeped out, like he said he was creeped out when she finally told him that she was 16. But this does not seem like he's creeped out. I actually don't know, dude. I actually don't know if there's a good defense on this. I don't even know, dude. I need someone to debate me on this. Because, I mean, unironically, Alberto might have a point here. I don't know how you can defend this. I don't know if I just don't know enough, like, facts to the case here. But this looks bad. This is bad. This is really bad. You're worth getting arrested for. Because that shows intent that he knows that she's 16. And that he's still planning to, fly out and fuck her? Did Diorio say something in chat? I don't know. I think he's added me or something. What's this shit? I didn't see it. I didn't see it, dude. I don't know what he said. If he wants to call in, he could call in because, dude, holy fuck. This is... You want me to call fast? Did you just send that? Yeah. Okay, Diorio, call in. I'm calling Diorio. Hopefully my mic isn't shitted. Hey, what's up, man?
Yo,
what's up?
let me mute Fortnite. What's going on?
Okay, so okay, I assume you're watching, right?
There's a few things I wanted to point out, but if you want to ask your question first, sure.
No, go for it.
I'm just not going to get stuck on stream debating this all night because nobody ever wishes they responded faster to a video.
No, go for no. The first points though that you wanted to give the defense of that I don't know full context of, like the mini lad situation. Yeah.
Yeah. So did you get the DM I sent you on Twitter?
Yeah. Let me see. Should I pull that up on stream?
Yeah. It's because it's just cropped. Like it's literally he just cropped it out and then tried to preemptively argue what I would say, as if it was like I've changed my opinion over the years or whatever. When in reality, no, it's right there.
Okay, let's see. So apparently this is a crop. This Michael Alberto cropped this. So with Mini Lad, no one has been able to give me a proper timeline for months, and it seems like he just did. They started talking in 2013, 2014. She was 13, 14. He was 18, 19. Craig added her on Snapchat in 2015, 16, 20. Craig began flirting in 2016, 17, 21. Yikes. And then he says, it's not even the age gap that makes me Wait.
Yeah, it's so retarded. These guys are super bad faith. Yeah, no, and he's gonna act like that's like a new position I hold because I need to defend my friend Zaptai. And that's the other part that I wanted to call in about.
Wait, just first, he unironically just fucking lied there. Like that's
he lies throughout the whole video, but this is just one I wanted to point out.
Wait, why would
because
he
I know
do
this one
that?
came from technicals. Yeah,
like I know he's dumb, but like he's at least in a scripted format right now. Wait, he purposely didn't read this, and then he said in his video that there was a hypocrisy and double standard between Diorio and 4age 4-year age gaps, because that was his whole point, is that you defend people you like Zaptai in a 4-year age gap, but then you call other people a pedophile mini lad when it's a 4-year age gap. So he says it's not even the gap that makes me cringe to the point it hurts. It's that they met when she was fucking 13. Dude.
No, it's
I mean, that's literally a good one, Alberto.
The other part of this, the other thing I wanted to point out really quick is that he stages this whole half of the video like I'm doing my friend a favor, that I'm like defending my friend. If you go back and actually look, a point you could probably critique me on is that me and Tommy did a stream laughing at him, like a couple months right before this video had come out. I'm not like Zaptai.
Zaptai, okay.
I didn't know Zaptai.
Yeah.
I wasn't friends with Zaptai. Tom is the guy who was a huge Zaptai fan. I looked him up after the whole situation with Slazo when I saw that Alex was having issues with content creators he knew in the past. So realistically, when it came down to like the fucking ins and outs of who was friends with who, he leaves out that there's a full 1-year gap between video 2 and video 3. I didn't become friends with Zaptai until a year after I made all of these claims. So if you're going to claim that I'm being biased or that like I tried to sweep it up for my friend, it's not true. We weren't friends.
Yeah, and I mean, how could you really paint out this broad narrative that you sweep for your friends and defend these people when one of the most notable moments in like your fucking career is shitting on John Swan and leaking the call? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, these guys, the whole thing is age gaps are age gaps, and there's no context allowed that would interact with that statement or whatever. But show the pearly things thing he puts 2 seconds later on the screen.
The pearly things thing?
Yeah, a 26-year-old saying that 16-year-olds are attractive. He claims I'm calling her a pedophile because I think I retweeted somebody, which is interesting.
This was right after the tweet, apparently?
It was like age gaps are age gaps. Here's this just pearly things 26-year-old girl.
Let me see. I actually didn't even catch this. I don't know. Oh, okay. So he's showing that you've retweeted Augie saying, genuinely, what is the point in being a pedophile for attention if you're just going to shamefully delete the tweet that everyone is
The allegation is being a pedophile for attention, meaning that like there are a lot of content creators baiting pedophilia these days. It's super common. I've seen like a bunch of like far right creators do this. Pearly Things being a 26-year-old or whatever. Isn't that her age?
It's like 27, yeah. And like
26, 27-year-old?
Pedo shit or whatever.
Yeah, he's doing the same thing. It's a very common thing.
Yeah.
The point is like, if age gaps are age gaps, isn't this like Hitler? Like, I'm sorry, it's ridiculous.
Why did he bring this up? Wait, can I just listen?
No, it makes no sense. Yeah,
I actually don't. Let me see. I don't even know why we put that on screen. Okay, let me play this.
You already didn't like him, or because you gained nothing by defending him. Just like how you called Pearly Things a pedophile multiple times for calling 16-year-olds hot.
Hey, this is
Just like how you called Pearly Things a pedophile multiple times for calling 16-year-olds hot. So he made a broader point.
One thing about fucking Nick Fuentes, who wanted a 17-year-old bride, until after Nick threw him out of America First. I gotta be honest. Guys, where was the big Ali Alexander expose, if we're calling out a double standard? Where's his friend Technicals? Where's that video on 1914 Ice Cube gap?
I mean,
what?
Seriously, if like Alberto's like, as if he would even had a valid point against you for saying
being bad faith and grifting, dude. You want to talk about skeletons in my closet? Try your guest bedroom, dude. What?
I mean, yeah, like he's like I'll be if you're so much about consistency, Alberto, I'll be awaiting the Technicals video, getting mad at him defending a guy who knowingly was 19 and sexted a 14-year-old and telling her to put ice cubes in her pussy. So if you really have a problem with him defending Zaptai here, I'll be waiting for the Technicals fucking expose video, dude.
So that's what I wanted to point out, but I don't know.
But he was making a broad point of you calling Pearly Things a pedophile, which I don't even. This isn't like a firm stance.
If you think that's a problem, you should watch the second half of this video, the one that Technicals didn't write. Holy shit! You can tell the second he put down the pen, but. Anyways.
Wait. First, though, I actually, I think one of the most valid things that Alberto has brought up here, because I'm not even that keened in on the Zaptai situation as much as I thought. So these text messages, I don't know how you could give a valid defense for these.
The first thing I'll point out is that this is not when he's aware that, well, he's never aware, but this is obviously not with Zaptai talking to a 14-year-old. That's the first thing I'd like to establish.
No, he never knew that
Because-
he was talking to a 14-year-old, to my knowledge.
Because
right?
that's what the insinuation is. Yeah, you can go ask the girl. The girl says that. So that's my first argument. The second part is we don't know if this is a 17-year-old or a 16-year-old in this screenshot. We have no idea. That context isn't available. If a 20-year-old said you're worth getting arrested for to a 17-year-old, you can claim, oh, wow, Nick can't say that's an edgy joke or whatever. I don't care. I legitimately do think it's like similar to Slazo saying it's rape time.
You know what I'm having?
Oh, is he gonna rape you?
You know
yeah,
what I'm-
it's a fucked up message. It's a terrible thing to joke about. I think that he should absolutely be held up, criticized for that. Just like I said that he should be in the interview.
I think
Yeah,
the most
100%.
important. I think the most important thing here is that so apparently Zapdie's big defense was saying that he was creeped out immediately when the girl told him that she was 16. He said he was creeped out. And
He was creeped out immediately. Did he say that in the interview? I don't remember. It's been like 3 years.
I feel like you told me. I don't know. I feel like you told me that. But to my knowledge, you correct me if I'm wrong, is that once the girl told Zapdie that she was 16, about a week passed and he was very grossed out and he was really creeped out. And eventually he said, you know what? I'm gonna cut this off. This is getting really weird. I actually am not comfortable with
Here's
this.
the situation as I understand it.
But if he said that and then text evidence comes out of him saying things like you're worth getting arrested for, that does not seem like he was creeped out. That's the problem I'm having here.
Well, we don't know if this was before or after the age. It's 17. This text still makes sense. You follow?
If she's does that does that
She's
matter?
still like at
I'm here
16 or 17. She's still underage.
Dude, to be honest, I don't.
If it's
Dude, to be honest, I don't even give a fuck if she's 16 or 17. I think like this is too morally gay to be like to go into the deep philosophy of is he a fucking creep or a sexual predator or like worse if he talked to a 16-year-old when he was 20 or a 17-year-old when he's 20. This is too retarded. It's a matter of like maybe a few months. What I'm more concerned about is if he lied. If he lied saying he was creeped out and that's why he cut it off.
No, I don't know where the
scenes
creeped out thing. I don't know where the creeped out thing came from. To my knowledge, this is what happened, as on fucking display. They meet or whatever, and the understood age is 17. That the girl is 17 years old. They interact for about 2 months. Supposedly, let me claim this from Michael. There were like multiple 18-year-olds he was talking to, a 17-year-old when he was 19. So she's 18 by this point, right? Talking to, okay, 18, thank you. And then this girl who's 17. Supposedly she'd said, hey, I'm turning 18 soon. So he thought, oh, okay, well, this is kind of weird, but whatever. And then as her 18th birthday was approaching in December, right? She goes, all right, I gotta be honest with you. I'm actually turning 17. I'm actually 16 now. So, yeah.
And then
She's
like a week after he broke up with her, right? And stopped talking.
Yeah, and by that point, well, I don't know if it's a week after. It's between a week and a month. I'm assuming it's like probably around the 2-week line to be charitable to everybody in the situation. A week is probably too charitable. I don't have the dates on me. I don't know when her birthday was. So I can't say that for verbatim. But it's definitely happening in the month of December, and most of this stuff goes down in the month of December. So that's what I'm recalling this from 2019. So you can get mad at me that I said something on a stream that wasn't exactly correct after people are begging me to talk about this over and over and over again. This whole video is recanting shit that I did in my first year on YouTube.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
So I'm not going to be able to recall every fucking piece of the situation. But what I will say is that yeah, I don't know. That's basically it, I guess.
So, okay. To be honest, I think if he was 20 years old and he was 16 and he was knowingly texting a 16-year-old, knowingly texting her things like you're worth getting arrested for. If I knew my friend was doing this, I would say, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're so retarded.
Sure.
And I don't even know if I would ever want to talk to him again.
Yeah,
but I do recognize the whole reason you made your video is to clear up the record that he wasn't knowingly sexing a 14-year-old.
Oh, no, that's not why. You think that's why I made my video? People in the
was
community were saying that. No. People in the community were saying that he sent his dick to a 12-year-old. See, if that's
12.
the mission statement of my video, okay? People were saying that he fucked her. He'd sent his cock to a fucking 12-year-old.
Jesus.
So when you fucking get me at oh man, you said it was a fucking 1917 instead of 2017. Realistically, I see there's a minor nitpick. The video aims to prove that he didn't knowingly sext a fucking 12-year-old. Turns out the girl's fucking 14 and he didn't know that either. That's the point of the video from start to finish. And I believe the video, quote unquote, stands up to the test of time in that regard.
Okay.
That's what I've said publicly.
Okay.
That's what I said in the document. That's
Sorry,
what I said.
I'm about to rage. I'm disgusted. Lerix liked Lolly on Twitter and is now defending 2016 age gap. Dude, I'm actually going to blow my brains out. Do you think I'm defending a 2016? Do you think I'm going to turn 20 and then fuck a 16-year-old, guys? Fuck you.
That he was like destroyed on social media between 2016 to 2019, around that time frame.
I'm saying,
and I think that was probably fair. All right, if you're going to critique him and stuff like that and throw him off or whatever. And then they were like, and he didn't initially respond to the 14, 12-year-old allegations. Fine. His comeback in 2018, you want to give him shit for that too. My argument was, it's fucking 2020. He's back on YouTube or whatever. I think he's fine.
There is a valid argument. You could say he like changed. You know what I mean? There's valid there. But I think
yeah, you can, because every single time you ask him, absolutely apologetic.
Yeah, he says it's
the
creepy,
moment
and
it happened.
And I think absolutely
he didn't try to sue his victim into submission.
And I think
you ask
absolutely
the victim, she responds back saying very much the same things that he's saying.
But at this time period when he was doing this, he was complete degen retard creep, actual like creep.
Not just because of the fucking age gap, because he had 5 fucking girlfriends. Yeah, he was acting like a total creep.
Okay, but the 5 girlfriends kind of, who gives a fuck about that? I think it's more important.
I think the whole community did.
Having 5 girlfriends, who gives a fuck?
I mean, he's treating a bunch of women like shit. I think that's a criticizable point as well.
Okay, but I feel like it's just it's more important to note that a 20-year-old sexting a 16-year-old, sending things like you're worth getting arrested for knowingly, and then we don't know if it was a month or 2 weeks or a week until he broke it off after he knew that he was 16. I think it's all safe to say, without a doubt, at this stage in his life, this guy was a complete fucking creep, and I would want nothing to do with him. Now, does that define him as a fucking person when he was 20 years old? No, he's probably just a retard 20-year-old. Is he a pedophile? Is he a sexual predator or a sexual threat to kids for life? No. But, yeah. I think it's absolutely fair to say, at this point in time, those actions are completely indefensible. But the defense I know you were making in the video is saying that he didn't fuck a 12-year-old and send his cock to kids, you know?
If you want to hear what he has to say about this, it's in my interview. I typically agree with what he says there.
Do you disagree with what I said?
I guess to an extent, because I genuinely don't believe that this was sent with like malicious fervor, that like this is proof he was lying or whatever. I legitimately think this was a really fucking gross, disgusting way of flirting. I don't think he was like, oh God, you're so worth getting arrested for. I don't think that was the way it was sent. If you think that was the way it was sent, I totally understand why that's your position.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's fair. I guess we'd have to see more of a pattern, where I'm not sure about Zaptai. If he has a pattern of saying shit like this or acting weird like this,
doesn't.
Then
that's
I think
the point.
Then I think there's no reason to be charitable here. But I can at least understand that perspective. I don't know.
If there was a pattern of behavior where he was fucking around with a ton of 16-year-old girls, yeah, sure, 100%.
Yeah,
if he was sending a lot of suggestive shit, or if he was caught liking a bunch of photos of fucking like weird fucking girls and stuff like that, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but to our
I
knowledge,
don't see
there isn't
anything.
Any of that.
I don't see anything to suggest that at all. No.
Yeah, no, true. No, I think that's anything. I think, dude, Technicals wants to call in. I assume that's not the case, right?
No, I'm not talking to him.
Yeah. I think that's all I got. Don't have any. Is that everything? Let me just make sure. 17, 20. Yeah, I don't know. No, that's the stance on at least that. Let's see the rest of this video though. I mean, he's already a proven liar about all of this though. But yeah.
Oh, you haven't even gotten to it yet. Good luck.
All right, I appreciate you calling in. I mean, I asked I was contentious with you too, so it wasn't a dick sucking.
No problem, buddy.
But
no, I appreciate it.
All right, see you.
Thank you.
If anyone says I'm sweeping for fucking Diorio or I'm sucking his cock, literally kill yourself, okay? If I would have added Technicals, he would have immediately lost. And I asked the hard questions. I wasn't sucking his cock. I wasn't on my knees. So literally die if you think that I was fucking sweeping. And I mean, as we just saw with Alberto, he purposely left out this information. He purposely cropped the tweet right below Nick saying that he doesn't even have a problem with the age gap here. It's just the fact that they met when he was fucking 13, when she was 13. Nice brooms, guys. Yeah, good brooms. Yeah, true. I am sweeping for him. Stop being racist and add the chimp. You guys are horrible. But yeah, I mean, Alberto literally just like directly cut this out of context. Can we get a response from that? Yeah, good one, Technicals.
Is that Zaptai
Die.
never received nude photos. Instead, they were lewd or provocative, so nothing
You would have
illegal
left if I
happened.
would have added
But now it's
anyone
gone from
immediately.
Zaptai sexting minors to Zaptai's been talking dirty to a girl who is catfishing as someone he could legally have had sex with, but no naked images were even exchanged. So I clarified with Heather, and she said this. Yes, it was legal in the circumstance that no explicitly nude images were sent.
Yeah, Technicals also. Technicals, do you want to? Technicals, call me. Technicals, call in. Because why are you backing Alberto, who is getting on Nicholas Diorio's ass for fucking Zaptai when you defended Zero? You defended. We had a conversation in the past about Zero. So I mean, I know decent details about that. We've talked before. Why would you ever like? That's just completely retarded. Why you would think Alberto would be the one to fucking back in this, aside from all the other lolcow shit he does, is that he's critiquing Diorio's defense here of fucking Zaptai, but what do you think he thinks about Zero?
Provocative images were sent, but nothing 100% nude. So as far as I know...
It's all team sports, you know? It's all my team. Bring me Diorio, quit hiding him. Okay, good one. So...
This doesn't even
you're doing the exact same thing. Now you're hiding, so to speak, so...
break the fucking law?
Attached to this argument is the
you won't join, and now Diorio won't join to talk to you, so it's you're both the same. So...
bizarre public consumption defense.
And apparently, the pictures in her underwear were on her Twitter and her Instagram. They were public consumption. They were on social...
What do you mean question mark? How do I be more clear? You're not calling in, so you're hiding, and Diorio's not calling in to talk to you, so he's hiding too. You're both the same. You're both the same. You're defending fucking Alberto when you defended Zero, and you're getting behind this video of Alberto going at Nick for Zaptai when you defended something much less defensible. Zero is much less defensible than fucking Zaptai, and I'm not defending Zaptai. I'm nowhere near on board with this Zaptai case, as you guys just saw. It's just it just seems like a bluff.
Which is the photos of the underage girl were publicly online at one point. And in Diorio's mind, that somehow makes Zaptai sexting with her better. Not only is this
hide behind
weird,
the meme, Technicals. Hide behind the meme.
It's also completely irrelevant because she directly sent him the photos. If you ever misspeak and say nude photo instead of lewd, Diorio will get very upset about it and act like he just got a huge win on you.
The girl's like asking like Zaptai, is it true that you saved photos of my nudes? And then Diorio...
Michael, are you making the video, buddy? I'm just wondering. Chat, do you know what's wrong with that? Can chat figure out what's wrong with that?
asking like Zaptai.
What story what are you researching, Michael? Because if you were researching the Zaptai story, you'd know that there were no nudes exchanged. So what are you talking about, Michael? What story is...
I mean, Michael, you're trying to critique fucking Diorio for making a distinctual point here, where this isn't even a semantics situation here, talking about nudes or lewds. Like, that's an important distinction to make. But also at the same time, do you know how many times you've cut Nick Diorio out of context in this video already? I mean, you cut a 1-second clip of his live stream saying Big B did nothing wrong and tried to make a point out of that. And then you also maliciously cropped this tweet to just make your point. And you want to call out Diorio for for semantics? And pointing out apparently when you misspoke.
Or parts in the video where the girl's like asking like Zaptai, is it true that you saved photos of my nudes? And then Diorio's trying to like spin this thing into like, well, why would you ask that type of question? Like, that's a weird question to ask. It's almost like she's baiting him into saying it.
Tech, why did your brother send nudes to kids? Okay, I gotta stop pausing. But is that true?
And it's like, I don't think that's a weird question to ask at all.
I mean, I do. Considering there were no nudes exchanged, Michael.
I don't know, there's just like a bunch of like weird parts of that video, which, you know, I'll explain in full detail, make sure the videos... I'm fact-checking the fuck out of this video.
He knows he fucked up. You could hear it in his voice.
I'm checking the fuck out of this video. Good one, dude. Yeah. The fact checks.
He knows he fucked up.
Buddy, Zaptai trying to have sex with a 14-year-old and receiving lewd images of her in her underwear is not better than receiving nude photos of her. It's on the same level of bad. What are these arguments? Also, since Diorio likes to bring the law into this drama to defend Zaptai, in Canada, where Zaptai was from, that still counts as illegal pornography. If it's involving a minor and it's supposed to be sexual, it's illegal. Simply a sexual text message conversation with a minor, no images included, counts as that. Now, Diorio may claim Zaptai didn't.
Dude, I honestly, I don't give a fuck about any legal arguments, to be honest. If Diorio, I'm pretty sure in Diorio's video, Augie's video, and even Tom's video, they talked about legal arguments. So like, you know what? It was legal, so okay. I think even Tom said that verbatim in his video. I think that's retarded. Like, if we're talking about Zero in Chile, it was like it was age of consent was 13 years old. Does that make it okay morally? I think it's always, for the most part, retarded to bring up anything in regards to legal.
Live in Canada at this time. However, he was a law student and he was born and raised in Canada, so he should have known the consequences of these messages. Technicals also makes the claim and argument in his video about double standards in the commentary community that behavior Zaptai engaged in is also illegal in Washington, USA, where the 14-year-old Heather was from.
You would still be in direct violation of Washington's law on communication with a minor for immoral purposes, which requires mandatory registration as a sex offender. Get this, you'll like this. Specifically, if the communication took place electronically, it's considered a Class C felony that could carry up to 5 years in prison or a fine of no more than $10,000. If you're thinking, well, technicals, there's hardly enough evidence to convict him on this, well then you're in luck, because this law covers both words and conduct, with a focus on the predatory purpose of promoting a minor's exposure to and involvement in sexual misconduct. Basically, the fact that Zaptai talked about how much he wanted to fuck this girl over text is literally all you would need. Also, you know, the fact that legally it's considered child porn in Canada doesn't help your case either.
If you're going for the legal argument angle, the defense needs to be legal the whole way through. Nick also engages in a bad faith tactic while trying to defend Zaptai. Diorio acts like it's completely insane to ask someone if they saved nude photos they received.
I mean, that's fair though. If Alberto's calling them out for going the legal route to make any kind of arguments, that's a fair point. I think it's retarded to bring up anything legal.
Yeah, it's sketchy, but now let's get back to the plot. Now I'm second guessing literally fucking everything that I see, and I see this message I originally ignored entirely, and notice it says, weird question, did you save those pics? I'd have no issue if you did. Right there, blatantly on. Who the fuck asks a question like that? Listen, I'm not in many e-relationships because I'm a fan of turning Discord off once in a while, so somebody who might be into this, please fill me in and let me know, is this fucking normal? Oh man, you know those pics that people think are illegal? Can you just clarify that you've saved them on your hard drive? I mean, that's such a perfect screenshot. It almost looks like she was fishing for it, for God's sake.
It's not insane. In fact,
That's such a perfect screenshot.
I don't think that's a good point. I don't think that's a good point by Nick. Of course, girls ask that question on if you took pictures of the nudes or not that I sent you. Like, that's an extremely normal question to ask. I think that's pretty conspiratorial to say that she was really trying to fish for a screenshot to incriminate him here. I think that's pretty dumb.
Those pics that people think are illegal, can you just clarify that you've saved them on your hard drive? I mean, that's such a perfect screenshot. It almost looks like she was fishing for it, for God's sake.
It's not insane. In fact,
No.
it's completely normal and justified to ask. Due to the text messages released, Nick starts speculating if this girl had sinister intentions when asking this question, and was actually trying
Let
to
me read these texts real
speculating
quick. Let me read the whole context. You tease. Trust me, it'll be worth the wait. I've no doubt about that. Weird question, but did you save those pics? LMAO. I have no issue if you did. I did. I love taking pictures for you and seeing your reaction. Yeah, bullshit. Yeah. That's a completely normal thing for a girl to ask.
This girl had sinister intentions when asking this question, and was actually trying to fish him for texts to use against him, instead of the more reasonable conclusion to make, which is maybe she was just wondering.
Also, she claims she was manipulated here, but the only thing these screenshots show is her blatantly flirting with Zaptai, claiming manipulation. Just seems like it was the right thing to say when you're dealing with somebody who's accused of being a sociopath already.
Gee, I wonder what Zaptai thinks about people who argue what Diorio is arguing.
A sociopath already.
Gee, I wonder what
it was the right.
I want to jump to you right now and take that bra off. Luckily for you, I rarely have it on anyways. Good. Man, I pray to the day that none of my texts get leaked, because it is so over, dude. It's the most cringe shit in the world to read other people's texts.
Right thing to say when you're dealing with somebody who's accused of being a sociopath already.
Gee, I wonder what Zaptai thinks about people who argue what Diorio is arguing right now.
I see a lot of people saying that the girl is the aggressor here, that she flirted with these people with malicious intent or to get attention or whatever it may be. But the fact of the matter is that her intentions aren't relevant. Kiwi sent a photo of his penis to a girl he knew was a minor.
And before you say, well, Kiwi sent nudes and Zaptai didn't, is receiving images from and then planning to travel across state lines to have sex with a minor somehow better? The next argument I'll be addressed.
No, I think it's on the same level, if not even worse for Zaptai there. But the difference is that Kiwis, yeah, like, there's a huge distinction between the Kiwi situation, the mini lad situation, and the Zaptai situation. Like, these things are rarely comparable, barely comparable.
Cross state lines to have sex with a minor somehow better.
This isn't the only problem.
The next argument I'll be addressing is the legality of the two of them having sex in real life, as Zaptai was planning to do that. The defense made is the age the girl gave Zaptai was 16, and 16 is the age of consent in both Washington, USA, where she lived, and 16 in Canada, where Zaptai was from. And because of this, it was a completely legal relationship.
On top of that, from a legal standpoint, wherever he was at the time had a legal consent age of 16, as confirmed by the entire cast of Hot Wet Soup, unless they were lying. Whether it was Canada or a state that he resided in, he could have legally had sex with this girl.
This legal argument completely falls apart simply due to the fact the federal age of consent in the US is 18. In America, it's even illegal to have sex with someone under 18 if you cross state lines to a state with a lower age of consent. Like I said earlier, when you make a legal argument to defend someone, it actually has to be legal the whole way through. The most laughable part of Diorio's original Zaptai video being his defense of Zaptai's text message, where he
Yeah, this is such a long part about Zaptai. When are we gonna get to the hacking and fucking doxing
admits to
part?
what he's doing being illegal.
On top of that, she attached a few screenshots that made their way around quickly. This included the infamous "you're worth getting arrested for" response that's so memeable, it's probably the biggest reason that these allegations have still remained largely unquestioned to this day. The first thing that caught my eye specifically was that the main twitlonger right here says no nudes were sent, and the message implies right here that the girl was wearing some form of clothes. On top of that, these are very blatantly cropped, with no scrolling DM proof or extra context for each screenshot. We genuinely don't have any idea whether things like "you're worth getting arrested for" were a joke or not, because we only see what Heather wanted us to see.
I know I heard Diorio, and I know there necessarily isn't a pattern of behavior of Zaptai doing this shit, of interacting with minors in, like 16-year-olds in a sexual way. But man, these text messages look bad. You're worth getting arrested for, LMAO. Oh my god, don't LMAO, fuck me, I can't wait to. Like, he compares this to the Slazo situation, but I feel like the Slazo situation is a lot more defensible. Where it's like, it's rape time. Like, who the fuck ever says rape time in a text unironically? Like, I feel like so many more people have said you're worth getting arrested for, and I can't wait to fuck you. I feel like so many more people have said that unironically, as opposed to it's rape time, and then your girlfriend responding with, oh no. Like, I feel like those are in two different worlds here on what's more defensible. I really do. I don't know, man. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. I think this is indefensible. Like, Zaptai, a lot of Zaptai's actions are completely indefensible here. That's absolutely true.
Before you say, oh, who joke about something like that, let me help remind you that I just vindicated a YouTuber who told the girl it's rape time in the DMs, and that girl was literally accusing him of rape. Context matters, and people make edgy jokes.
Everything in this part of the video is
edgy jokes. Edgy. I think that's such a bad. I don't know. That's such a rough point. That's so conspiratorial, I think. I don't
accusing him of rape. Context matters, and people make edgy jokes.
Everything in this part of the video is just grasping at straws. Oh, it's so memeable. Oh, it might be an
everything in this video? Okay, see, like, Alberto may have a point here and there, but then he expands it to just complete retardation conspiracy. You pointed out one valid point. And then you say the whole video is wrong when the majority of the video is clearing up that he didn't even that he correcting the record that he didn't fuck a 12-year-old or fuck a 14-year-old.
Part of the video is just grasping at
Why is this guy just drone on and on? Who?
straws.
Me?
Oh, it's so
Or
memeable.
him?
Oh, it might be an out-of-context joke. Oh, there was this entirely different situation. This part of the video is so pathetic. I don't know why Nick holds Zaptai to such a low standard. He should be held to a much higher one, given his background. Zaptai was a 20-year-old law student. He 100% knew he was breaking the law. Not to mention, he made a video criticizing red kiwis for sexting with a 14-year-old at age 19, in which he says, it doesn't matter if she lied about her age.
But she lied about her age. It doesn't matter.
The fake age is still 2 years shy of the age of consent.
Now, Kiwi keeps saying she lied about her age, but she lied about being 2 years older, meaning her lied age is 16. Kiwi is still 19. But she lied about her age. It doesn't matter. Her lied age is illegal.
And it's the adult's responsibility to verify the age.
I know, but the problem is Kiwi is like one person's an adult and they have to know better. And
To be honest, I don't know. I think it's also probably a fair point to critique Diorio on, or other people in the community, of doing, because I remember I was on Twitter when this happened. Everyone was like, welcome back Zapdai, or welcome back Bigby, when he was back to making videos. And sure, they may be like friends with him and they started like being more cordial with each other and started like talking more, and it kind of became friends, I'm pretty sure, at least a little bit. I remember there's this whole hashtag welcome back Bigby. I don't know. I think he did show remorse. He did say he was absolutely creepy at the time. But is this someone we should be like putting down the red carpet for, saying, welcome back, King. Welcome back. I can't wait to see your awesome new videos, dude. I don't know if that's the response that motherfucker should have had.
it doesn't matter what the kid says.
I have to agree with Keem again. Kiwi is the adult, and it genuinely doesn't matter what Jerica said.
Diorio has also made similar statements.
Hey, all caps Titrop. It's not a child's job to let the adult know. It's the adult's job to find out. Look, dog, I agree with you.
He hasn't done it again. Yeah, I know, but that's because like time has passed now. Like I'm pretty sure when there was this welcome back Bigby thing, it was like in 2021 maybe. It could have been 2022. But it's like I feel like he shouldn't be exiled, but I don't think he should have been welcomed back necessarily. But I don't know. This is like bullshit semantics, retarded shit of if he's treated too nice or not. This is all so branched out from the main point here.
Just stop giving this dumb fuck take over and over again when I'm explaining it, because there's clearly a point where I'm trying to argue if there was predatory behavior. If he knew that she was 12, that's bad. If he thought she was 13, that's bad. If he thought she was 14, that's bad. If he thought she was 15, that's bad. If he thought she was 16, that's still bad. There's no way to salvage this. It doesn't actually matter if she lied about her age.
Zaptai also claims Kiwi's.
And the worst part about this fucking Alberto video is that I can't even trust this guy as a reliable narrator. And since I don't know the full ins and outs of every single case, like the Red Kiwi situation, I don't know the full ins and outs about that. Just hearing an out of context clip from Diorio's video is so annoying because I don't know if it actually holds legitimacy or not, or if it's just a clip, because we've already seen Alberto clip chimp the fuck out of Diorio in the same video. So he's ruined his credibility. So I can't take anything else he says seriously because he maliciously crops out tweets to make his points. It's so disappointing. Like seriously, if he actually wanted to put together a good project here, he fucked himself so hard.
Is a pedophile.
So when all's said and done, do I think Kiwi is a pedophile?
Yes.
So it seems like he thought engaging in this type of behavior was morally reprehensible. If you go by Zaptai's own logic, he is a pedophile. I'm not the one, making a claim, I don't want to get sued, but I'm just pointing that irony out. But hey, just like Zaptai said, the only difference between him and Kiwi's is Zaptai never admitted to it.
Even in my video, everyone's like, how are you going to make this video and then do the same? I'm like, well, the difference is I never admitted to all this shit on video.
What a weird thing to say.
Well, isn't the admitting to it, like, didn't Kiwi's, to my knowledge, didn't he say, like, he openly knew and that he, like, kept it on going for a longer period? And there's something about sending nudes, too. And even though he did know the girl was, like, 14, to my knowledge? That he still sent pictures and asked for pictures and got pictures from her? Was the girl 14 with Kiwis? Fuck, dude. I don't remember all the details.
Now, what's the more reasonable explanation of these text messages? That it's a memeable, maybe out of context joke message, and there was this entirely different situation? Or he thought what he was doing was wrong, and he got sexual gratification from it?
We genuinely don't have any idea whether things like
You're saying You're saying Zaptai got sexual gratification from knowingly that he was sexting a 16-year-old?
getting arrested for, we're a joke or not, because we only see what Heather wanted us to see. Before you say, oh, who joke about something like that, let me help remind you that I just vindicated a YouTuber who told the girl it's rape time in the DMs, and that girl was literally accusing him of rape.
This comparison is so moronic. Diorio, the difference between Salazzo and Zaptai is Salazzo actually never sexually abused anyone, but his accuser took an out-of-context joke to falsely claim that. Zaptai actually did sex with a minor, and he planned to meet up with her, while knowing she was a minor. Obviously, these text messages he sent hold a completely different weight compared to Salazzo.
Honestly, I think it would help Diorio's case so much if he doesn't defend these text messages. I think there's no reason he should be defending these text messages. I think he should completely disavow these and say, this guy was a fucking creep back then. Now, of course, he has the opportunity to change and everything. He was a dipshit back then. But I'm pretty sure, like all of us, if he had a friend come to him when he was 20 years old and say, hey, I just picked up this 16-year-old chick, or I'm talking to some 16-year-old online, I would like assume that he would be like, what the fuck? Or he would check the guy. He would be like, what are you doing? I would assume so. He would. But I think this whole joke defense is really kind of hitting his credibility badly a little bit on this situation.
This was your it's rape time moment.
If this screenshot of Zaptai was posted without any context and there wasn't any other information, you should be charitable to him. What Diorio says here would have been completely fine if that was the case. It can be somewhat easy to twist a piece of innocent information into something very sinister. However, it's really bizarre to give this much charity to someone where there's all this other information we've been through so far in this video.
Wait, where? Where? Where's the other information? Like, Alberto, I'm trying to listen to you here. If you showed a pattern of Zaptai being a creep, talking to 16-year-olds, I'm all with you, brother. I'm all with you. But there hasn't been a pattern yet. That's the smoking gun we're missing. We need that pattern, you know?
Imagine, if you will, if someone else sent this message. Would Nicholas Diorio give them this insane level of charitability?
Well, it depends if they have a pattern of behavior or not. I mean, trying to make this broad point about Diorio is that he's a dishonest actor and only says things to defend his friends. There's no evidence to back up on, and there's just more evidence on the contrary.
Else sent this message. Would Nicholas Diorio give them this insane level of charitability? The answer is no. Nicholas Diorio is only giving this amount of charity because he personally likes Zaptai. He is
come on, this is the last guy to say that about. He made Bo Blacks cry on stream, and he fucking leaked the call of one of his good friends he's collaborated with, John Swan, when he was lying about Dream. I mean, this is the last guy to make this point about.
Not an honest actor or journalist in the story. He wanted to help.
And you dishonestly cut out his tweet to make a bullshit point. Does the video get worse from here? This is already rough, dude.
Revive the career of someone he liked and gain clout from it. If a really damning message like this got leaked from someone like Tipster, it would be the greatest day of Diorio's life. He would never drop it, and he would give the least charitable interpretation of it possible. Before you start screeching at me on X, Diorio, did Heather lie about her age and catfish him? Yes, but it's not like she said she was an adult. I think most people would agree the fake age she gave is not an ideal age for someone in their 20s to be trying to travel and have sex with.
I don't know anyone who would justify an age gap of a 19-year-old and a 15-year-old messaging sexually.
You yourself have even said it's a point to criticize Zaptai on.
Yeah, see, I see it as a point to criticize you on.
The whole situation becomes even...
Yeah, plus I'll be awaiting the Turkey Tom and Augie video too, if this guy's really all about fucking journalism and integrity. Along with the technicals video coming next too, for telling a 14-year-old to
when you
shove
remember the
ice
real
cubes in her
age,
pussy.
which is 14. Interestingly, Zaptai claimed he was disgusted when he learned her true age, to the point of vomiting. He also later stated he thought talking to even a 16-year-old wasn't good.
Now, do you in hindsight think this was inappropriate, or
Oh, for sure.
where are you today?
So I didn't even cut you off, but yes, definitely yes.
Yeah, I know
That
why
was just
Technicals is
straight up
supporting this
fucking
video
creepy
too and
not
retweeting
alright.
it.
What's the
He
point
fucking
of
wrote
defending
half
him
of it.
despite clearing up some misinformation spread about him? Even he thinks he did something wrong. However, Nicholas Diorio still defends him as a victim of false allegations to the...
Oh, you just lie. You just lie.
In defending him despite clearing up some misinformation spread about him. Even he thinks he did something wrong. However, Nicholas Diorio still defends him as a victim of false allegations to this very day.
Two things can coexist, Michael. Zaptai was a victim of false allegations, but also he did things that are indefensible. It's not complete. These things don't have to be exclusive.
Going as far as Diorio, some misinformation spread about him. Even he thinks he did something wrong.
So does Diorio. Diorio said in this same video that there are things to criticize him about, and there are points against him here when he was explaining this.
However, Nicholas Diorio still defends him as a victim of false allegations to this very day, going as far to say he's a pretty solid guy and that he did nothing wrong.
Big B didn't do anything wrong, so.
Oh, okay, dude, he's just... Michael Alberto has ruined the word bad faith. Like, he's ruined it. He makes this video saying, oh, Diorio, you're bad faith and shit. And then says that.
Going as far to say he's a pretty solid guy and that he did nothing wrong.
Big B didn't do anything wrong, so.
You're a retard.
While also...
And like, you've also disproved your own point in the same video. You literally played the clip of Diorio saying that there's things to criticize Zaptai on, and that's a point to criticize him for. I mean, yeah, it's literally just a straight up lie that he just told.
So falsely smearing me as every name in the book. Zaptai
and
was
then
a
he criticizes him for falsely smearing him. I don't want to pause as much, but it's like every 20 seconds he says something brain rotting.
Law student and criticized other YouTubers for sexting with minors, who then sexted with a 14-year-old at age 20. But Diorio gets really upset if you criticize him, despite claiming previously criticizing Zaptai was fine. The Diorio double standard is outstanding. Get this, while I was working on this video, Diorio made his quote-unquote final response regarding Zaptai. He directly names technicals, but not me, although he sneak disses me in it. While trying to deflect criticism of his poor journalism, he says a lot of unintentionally funny things. My personal favorite is, despite the fact he previously said, it's okay to criticize Zaptai, this whole document is just crying about me and technicals criticizing Zaptai and his coverage of Zaptai. Saying anyone who talks about this topic is simply making his cover.
Let's see Diorio crying. In fact, Technicals has publicly stated he agrees with my position that Zaptai is not a pedophile. Given the way he tries to paint me as someone who ruined and tremendously fucked up this investigation, one would assume we disagree. Crying.
Coverage of Zaptai. Saying anyone who talks about this topic is simply making cowards first. Nick Diorio video. Okay, okay, buddy.
Is that funny? Like, am I being a dick sucker right now for Diorio? What's the joke? Is that funny? Is that a joke? Is that like...
First, Nick Diorio video. Okay, okay, buddy.
Is anyone laughing with him? I actually don't understand here.
He also says his videos stand up to the test of time, but then immediately admits it has issues with it, and then tells people to watch Turkey Tom's video on the subject, as he...
This guy only exists in binaries. Like, he only can think that something is absolute one way or the other. The video can have, like, mistakes and imperfections, but it can still stand the test of time for the most part. Like, if we look back at old Beatles albums, yeah, the production is very much a sign of the times. It's 60s production. But everyone would still say that Beatles albums stand the test of time. Especially more like Abbey Road ones. But what is he talking about? He can't fathom that two things could coexist.
He thinks it's a better video. The issue is that Tom's video isn't valid because it literally credits Diorio's horrific research. Nick then lists other creators he's associated with and tells the reader...
Can we not compare the Beatles to commentary shithole drama? I will.
To look at their coverage of the situation if they don't like his. Dude, if you're going to defend your position by telling the audience to watch third parties' coverage of Zaptai, the other parties cannot be associated with you or your research at all, or else they aren't actually third parties. They're actually just your friends or fans who are trying to support you. So, now that we've discussed Zaptai, let's talk about how Diorio has...
Oh wait, what is this next section? Section 2. Oh fuck, finally, dude. 28 minutes of Zaptai. Christ. And what are his main points? Lies. No, I would actually unironically like Alberto to call in. I would actually like Alberto to call in. Genuinely. And I wouldn't even shit on him. You know what? Alberto, if you're watching this stream, I actually just want to ask you questions about the situation. I won't bring up anything about your girlfriend pegging you, about how she dominates you in the bedroom. I promise. I just want to be good faith, ask you questions over the blatant lies that you dishonestly made in your video. So, yeah, call in, buddy.
So
now we're gonna see how
friends
Diorio
or fans who are trying to support you.
Now we're gonna see how Diorio lies, doxes, and apparently hacks people or has hacked materials. Can't wait for this shit.
So, now that we've discussed Zaptai, let's talk about how Diorio has lied about me. It starts on a late-night Augie kick stream back in early April. Augie asked me why people in his community were mad at me. I specifically started talking about a certain prominent e-girl named Courtney, who was not very happy with me. Content creator Boblax then joked that she might have skeletons in her closet. I played along with this non-serious joke and said that there might be screenshots of DMs of her saying bad words.
Courtney or whatever, they're just like seething.
Air it out. I want to hear you talk mega shit about
I bet
Courtney.
Courtney has a lot of skeletons in her closet.
True.
There might be screenshots of DMs, who knows, but
Screenshots of DMs?
I said something I thought would be good content on Augie's kick stream, like I always do, this time about this girl named Courtney. Augie would later end his stream, then raid my kick stream. After going to bed and waking up, my many run-ins with Diorio would start the next morning. Diorio would tweet out, "Who cares if a Twitter reply girl says bad words in private?" Exactly, Diorio. Who cares? Who cares if she...
Wait, but he's completely rewriting history. Is he just lying through his teeth? Wait, because this is all proven wrong. If you remember last stream, this is all proven wrong with one fucking tweet. Well, let me pull this up. If you remember, he accidentally looping DMs of him talking with Tom. So this happened last stream. When Michael was trying to give us evidence that apparently Turkey Tom doxes people behind the scenes or discusses doxing behind the scenes, and he accidentally shows us this for some reason. So this was in the context of Tom and him arguing about the Courtney stuff. And Michael says, "And you called me saying you were going to dox someone for sending a mean Instagram message. You didn't do it. You were mad. I didn't do it." So he's trying to make a comparison between him and Tom here. Tom says, "This person did not just send me a mean message. They hurt my internet presence by getting me suspended. And I never said I was going to. I said I wanted to, but wouldn't, and never would." So it sounds like Tom behind the scenes, there was someone trying to get his account suspended online, and he was saying things like, "Dude, if these people are trying to get my money taken away, or my job taken away, or my internet accounts taken down, then I should be able to retaliate by doxing them or something." And saying that in rage and saying it in private to a couple of friends. And Michael says, you did say I could get Bernie to dox this guy in an hour. I said I could. I did not do that. And then he said I wanted to but wouldn't immediately after. So he cleared up anything there. So that vindicates Tom. But then Michael says, "And I said I could fuck with Courtney and I didn't." But the problem is that Michael never denied the intention that he was going to fuck with Courtney, because in case you don't know, he was stockpiling screenshots of apparently this girl that he was trying to hang out with or trying to be friends with. Of course, we can all assume that he was trying to do a little bit more than being friends with this girl and got rejected, and this was his response. But he was stockpiling N-word DMs of her saying the N-word to cancel her of some sort, and screenshotting these messages, which is really abnormal and weird. And the difference is he never denied the intention. So Tom says in this leaked DM, "And the only people I expressed that anger to were in private after the person deliberately fucked with me. No, this is not even the same. You would have if I didn't stop you. You admitted in the call you don't know if you would have never gone through with it. You never even denied that intent." So for some reason, retarded Pegberto sends us this message in attempts to give proof that Tom is discussing doxing people, and he accidentally reveals that his intention to go through with the Courtney N-word cancel allegations was true. Because in apparently a call that he had with Tom, he said you would have if Tom didn't stop him, he would have gone through with it, and that he admitted that in call, that he didn't know if he would go through with it or not. And he never denied the intention that it was malicious to try to get her canceled. So, what does he bring this up in the video? Because I feel like that one screenshot disproves everything that he has to say about this Courtney shit.
up, my many run-ins with Diorio would start the next morning. Diorio would tweet out, "Who cares if a Twitter reply girl says bad words in private?" Exactly, Diorio. Who cares? Who cares if she said it? Who cares if I screen capped it? Screenshotting messages isn't weird at all. Legit, every person does.
Wait, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? Wait, what are you talking about? It is absolutely abnormal and weird to screenshot DMs of people you're talking to. That's not normal. Like if you're screenshotting DMs that you're having conversations with friends, that's not a normal thing to do. It's usually for a purpose. It's for a reason. What are you talking about? This isn't like an everyday encounter that you have with someone. I don't remember the last time I've screenshotted DMs I have with like one of my friends or like with people where I was just doing it for a meme or for a no reason or no intention.
Reply girl says bad words in private. Exactly, Diorio. Who cares? Who cares if she said it? Who cares if I screen capped it?
Who cares if you screen capped it? Well, we have information saying that apparently you were trying to cancel her for saying the N-word. And that's the reason why you were screenshotting her saying the N-word in DMs. So there is a reason to care. There is a reason to care here. As you've shown in these DMs with Tom. That your intention was malicious with screenshotting these DMs. So it's not just a who cares thing. And it's not like you were screenshotting mundane DMs with this girl. You were screenshotting potential offensive words she said to get her fucked in the court of public opinion.
Screenshotting messages isn't weird at all. Legit, every person does it. Even Courtney herself admitted to also—
No. If I'm screenshotting someone saying the N-word, it's for a purpose. I'm trying to meme on them, or I'm trying to get them fucked for something, or I'm showing an hypocrisy. You don't screenshot someone saying the N-word for no reason. Is he seriously making this defense? Dude, this video sucks.
Screen capping DMs of people saying the same thing in the middle of the drama.
No, but like, the thing is, like, I have screenshots of my friends saying problematic shit because it's funny.
Where's the outrage mob against her?
So your defense is that you screenshotted this girl that you actively had a beef and problem with because it's funny? Because you thought it was funny? But then if we look to DMs, it very much shows that your intention was not just for a laugh. I mean, he just lied. Just play the video, kill you. Okay. I mean, he's just lying. I mean, he just literally lied. Good one.
Her for doing the same thing. Bonus meme, here is me on my Twitter circle saying I'm against leaking DMs and I wouldn't post Courtney's DMs following the conclusion of the stream.
If I wake up tomorrow to a bunch of people crying at me tomorrow because I saved literally like 5 screenshots of Courtney saying edgy things, I'm going to be really annoyed, LMFAO. I don't plan to post them anytime soon. What does that mean, anytime soon? Why would you have plans to post her saying edgy things in the N-word at all? What could possibly be your intention? Because you just made the defense that apparently it was for a laugh, but then there's DMs showing that it was malicious. And that your friend behind the scenes was trying to help you from not schizoing out.
And before the drama had even started on Twitter. And to this day, I have never released them. It was an offhanded joke that meant nothing. And it wasn't even my joke. Diorio would then go on to signal boost a lie that I had threatened to contact her school on the stream.
Okay, I'm sorry, one last time. He's saying it was a joke, but then clearly him and Tom are talking about this situation, and not once did he make the defense to Tom that he was joking. Instead, he was making the comparison that he was mad, just how like Tom was at the time, and he was drawing the connection there, where he's saying, hey, you were mad too, and you talked about doxing someone, so why is it a problem when I'm mad and I tried to do the same thing? Or when I tried to take screenshots and get a person canceled for saying the N-word and posting it publicly. So he was drawing the connection there. If it was really just a joke, why wouldn't that be his defense all the way every time? Why wouldn't that be his consistent defense here? I mean,
I was trying to ruin her life.
No sense.
For those of you who live in reality, I said the exact opposite on the stream.
What is your motivation behind saving these screenshots? Like, that sounds
Originally,
crazy.
I was saving them to be funny, to just like randomly send them in group chats. I'm not gonna be that. I'm just gonna be like at like her college or whatever to like fuck with her.
give it to her college?
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna.
Hold on now. You sound.
Why would that even come to your mind, to be fair? And you just showed a clip of you saying originally it was your intention to be funny. Well, what changed? Well, that implies that something changed, that your original intention has now changed to something else. And now you're talking about, it's not like I'm going to send it to the college, but you might do something else with them? What are you trying to say here?
What started this like life ruination journey that you have against Courtney now?
I'm not doing anything.
I know. Okay, I'm
not actually gonna. Well, I just want to make it clear. I don't actually plan to like fucking be and just like dump him on Twitter. I'm not actually gonna do anything. It's not that serious. I'm not actually gonna go like flamenco mode.
You're considering your options.
No.
Yo, Chad, does this not sound nuts?
Why do you think I'm nuts? Why do you think I'm nuts now?
We just pulled. Me and Dummy just pulled this completely out of our 5 minutes ago, and we're already like, let's add Courtney to the call and see if she debates Michael. Like, this is pathetic.
I legit clarified a million times. It's funny when Zaptai, law student by the way, sexy 14-year-old. Million times. It's funny when Zaptai, law student by the way.
What is this? What is this appearance?
Sexy 14-year-old,
He's doing a face cam
also
now?
says she's worth getting arrested for. We're all supposed to give him the best interpretation of that statement possible. But when you joke around on stream about pointless screenshots, that's where Diorio draws the fucking line between being charitable and malicious.
Well, the thing is like, okay, I'm going to stop harping on this because this one screenshot disproves this whole Courtney section of the video. This one screenshot disproves everything he's saying.
Speaking of that, in late 2022, Diorio got into drama with Keemstar. He took a clip of Keemstar's girlfriend.
Is this gonna be the hacking now and doxing?
Made up. It tweeted she actually said the N-word. Because it did sort of sound like that at a first listen, Keemstar was upset by this. Because he thought this could hurt her reputation, and it wasn't true.
Wait, but this was a joke. This was such an obvious joke. If you guys remember this on Twitter, Diorio posted a clip of Brantley screaming on the Keemstar show, and it just sounded like the N-word to like the blind eye. You know how you have words that sound like two different words. And then Diorio posted this, "You dirty what?" clown emoji. Sounds like someone needs an optics check. Like, this is such a... How autistic do you have to be to interpret this as a real like allegation of saying the N-word? And as if Diorio would try to call out someone for saying the N-word too. What do you mean? Do you really think like... When is he ever try to call someone out for saying like, oh, you shouldn't be saying the N-word? Why would you think that he would be doing that here?
It tweeted she actually said the N-word. Because it did sort of sound like that at a first listen, Keemstar was upset by this. Because he thought this could hurt her reputation, and it wasn't true. Diorio later clarified she didn't say it and he was just joking when he made that tweet. That's worse than anything I did. This, I'm ruining her...
What? What do you mean? These reaches are insane. Dude, I hope he calls in. There's so much bullshit to talk about in this video. I tweeted a phantom N-word meme of Brantley and the Soy Boy Kane's comedy are pretending like I assaulted them. LMFAO.
Joking when he made that tweet. That's worse than anything I did. This I'm ruining her life narrative is so illogical. Courtney's rise to minor E-fame was due to being a Twitter reply girl to political streamer Destiny, who is no stranger to making very tendentious statements. Her making offensive statements and hanging around some of the most divisive people online isn't a secret at all.
Courtney says I'm asexual and incel. Thanks,
Courtney,
bud.
hey! That's who I was thinking of. That's my other friend from your group chat.
Oh yeah? Is she your close friend?
Yeah, she's funny.
She is openly associated with many controversial communities and says offensive stuff publicly. I legit can't even play some of the clips I have obtained from her Twitter spaces on YouTube. They are that bad. Even if I leak...
I mean, can you clear up these messages then? Like, Michael, if this is genuinely the case, can you explain these DMs? Can you explain this? Like, are you gonna make any kind of statement like this? Because this disproves everything.
A DM of her saying a bad word on Twitter and did it with the intent to ruin her life, it wouldn't change anything. How could I hurt her reputation when that is already her public reputation? Also, when other people post DMs of her saying offensive things, both she and Diorio seem to not care at all. It's almost like they only pretended to care about this issue to attack me and to blackball me. It's pretty clear when Courtney made that tweet to Diorio saying I was going to her college, she had never actually seen the clip of me.
Now he's saying he's being blackballed from the community. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, Diorio is the only person in the community who's even, like, publicly disavowed you. Like, Augie doesn't even disavow you. He doesn't say anything about you. Tom doesn't say anything about you publicly. If you really thought this was a blackball, like, is being blackballed just one person not liking you anymore? Is that really the extent of what we're talking about now? Am I blackballing Michael because I call him a fucking retard? Is that blackball now? Is that really the words we're using for
on
this?
Augie's stream. Courtney was actually really generous to me. It's supplied where this originates from. It stems from a small streamer named Leia Something, who sent a bad-faith DM to Courtney explaining what happened on Augie's Kick stream. Leia has also basically admitted she only sent that DM to cause drama and get Courtney to argue with me on the stream.
So I messaged Courtney to try and get her into the call with Augie, Dumpy, and Alberto because I like watching blood sports.
Courtney would later walk back what she said to Diorio.
So basically, you have most of it. I obviously
Threatening to jokingly get me kicked out of my school is fucking hilarious, my bad. Apparently he threatened to contact my school. I was far more uncomfortable knowing that he would leak other shit about my family. I knew he wouldn't send shit to my school.
I didn't think he was actually going to contact my school. And like, well, he doesn't know where I go to school.
I mean, if anyone confidently said that we're accusing Michael of trying to contact her school and get her kicked out of school with these N-word DMs, I think that is dishonest and that's too conspiratorial. But we still need him to address those
Following
leaked
this stream,
DMs because that shows malicious intent.
Would then try to run a fake Me Too narrative against me for months. Courtney was not happy that people like him ran that narrative, saying she never alleged anything sexual. In fact, she never even cared about the DMs I took of her saying bad words, apparently. Now, this might seem weird, as those who watch my streams likely know, hours leading up to the now infamous Kick stream, her and other orbiters were discussing how to blackball me from the community. And also, she actually did allege sexual narratives. She liked multiple Diorio tweets claiming that.
So I think there's something else going on. I think he's just like, maybe he's mad that I didn't want to meet up with him. I don't know. So I think there's something else.
Wait, what? Wait, I thought it was a meme. Michael actually asked this whore, this e-whore, to meet up in real life, and she denied him? So it's all coming together. So that's why he was screenshotting the N-word DMs. Wait, I didn't know this existed. What?
Alleged sexual narratives. She liked multiple Diorio tweets claiming that.
Wait, first I want to look at this.
She actually did allege sexual narratives.
So now he's claiming that Courtney alleged sexual narratives about Michael?
She liked
She liked this tweet. A weak comeback would be digging into someone's life because the reject of your sexual advances. Well, I mean, if you asked her to meet up in real life, Michael, and you have a history and pattern of talking to e-girls online and flying them out to fuck them, what are we supposed to think here? You talk about patterns. I'm not being bad faith here. I mean, this is pretty one-to-one. You're asking to meet up in real life with this girl that you've been talking to. What's the implication? And then the girl, too, is saying that you were mad that she denied you? That you seemed mad about it?
Diorio tweets claiming.
And now he's
so
ass mad at her liking the meme Diorio tweet, acting as if that's a sexual narrative.
Alleged sexual narratives. She liked multiple Diorio tweets.
How is this even a point? How is this a sexual narrative? Imagine if these freaks were in the same room. This is a meme.
Claiming that.
So I think there's something else going on. I think he's just like, maybe he's mad that I didn't want to meet up with him. I don't know.
But at one point...
Oh, no, Michael. Oh.
She admitted she lied, so thank you for clearing my name.
Oh, she lied. Okay, to be fair, let's see this. Apparently she lied. Except when I'm angry, I'm trying to me too him. I don't know. I took it as friendly banter immediately. I don't really hate Spondyle or anything. When I've never alleged anything sexual because I don't believe that. Okay, so she's alleging that apparently when he was asking to meet up in real life with this e-girl online that he's been talking to for quite some time now, apparently it wasn't sexual. X to doubt.
A great thing about inconsistent liars is they are inconsistent liars, and thus their lies can often be exposed by simply putting two things they've said or done side by side. According to her, she was actually worried I was going to leak a fact about her private life that she told me at some point.
And I told him some personal like information, like about like just like personal life shit that I was going through at the time.
Yeah.
And I thought that like, oh, if he's gonna leak whatever of me like saying like bad words or something, then like what else?
Why would she be worried about him leaking something though? Like, I know the girl said that she didn't think anything sexual was going on with Michael, but why would she feel worried that he was going to leak specific information about her after being rejected that she didn't want to meet up in real life? I don't know. Something's not adding up.
I personally find this fact about her life extremely mundane, so I don't know why she cares. All that matters is it was never publicly said by me. And while I was making this video, she started publicly talking about it. So she quite literally doesn't care and just wanted to inflict as much damage into me as possible. I'm fucking like losing my mind with these people, man. Despite Courtney not wanting these smears against me, Diorio wouldn't leave me alone. I tried ignoring him, even ignoring the original tweet where he has my picture next to multiple—
Oh man, yeah, that's a hard tweet to ignore. I would be getting mad. I would be getting really mad at this one too, Alberto, yeah.
sex criminals such as Epstein and Cosby. But when he started popping up in my mentions attacking my physical appearance, I gave him the response he so desperately wanted. So I ratioed him. His tweet got under 200—
What the fuck is this? Why did this video take such a soy turn? Is this what Nick meant when Technicals wrote the first half of this video? And now this is Alberto picking up the pen? Why is this taking such a soy turn?
I gave him the response he so desperately wanted. So I ratioed him. His tweet got under 200 likes. Me simply tweeting out a photo of him in response got 1,500.
Oh, dude, that's the— yeah, you're a badass for that one, Michael. Dude, good shit ratioing him. You and Keffels should fuck.
This got under his skin. Because of this, he claimed I was digging into Courtney's—
Wait, let's see how this got under Diorio's skin.
1,500. And this—
Let's see how this got— so Diorio says, I think this came out pretty good. The filter removed the facial hair though. That's him talking about Michael. And then Michael says, this is the guy calling you an incel and attacking your appearance on twitter.com.
Got under his skin. Because of this, he claimed I was digging into Courtney's personal life.
So this is getting under Diorio's skin. A weak comeback would be digging into someone's personal life because the reject of your sexual advances. Yeah. Yeah, he's mad.
And that it was due to her rejecting advancements I made. I'll just re-show what Courtney said on the screen. Now—
Can you leak the DMs of when you asked this bitch to meet up in real life, Michael? I think that would give us the information we need. Leak the DMs of when you asked to meet up with this girl online.
Her rejecting advancements I made. I'll just re-show what Courtney said on the screen. Now, the digging into someone's life claim—
and also like—
just
sorry, I'm pausing a lot. But he's like, these people are lying about me. These people are slandering me. And then we look at the slander. What is the slander? Diorio posting a meme tweet photo of him next to Epstein and fucking Cosby. And then it's making a meme about how you got rejected by a girl. Wow. You're getting slandered like crazy, Michael. Someone saying that you got rejected by a bitch online? Oh, man.
His personal life, and that it was due to her rejecting advancements I made. I'll just re-show what Courtney said on the screen. Now, the digging into someone's life claim is really funny when you take into account that Nicholas Diorio was actually doing that to me. A week later, I made a tweet mocking his 3DS collection, because the 3DS is a horrible console. And I also said that leftist streamer Keffels was cooler than him. This whole time, Diorio was obtaining screenshots from 2 different people on my private Instagram, and he got so about this tweet, he quote tweeted and leaked them. Diorio is someone who claims impostures—
He what?
Shots from 2 different people on my private Instagram, and he got so about this tweet, he quote tweeted and leaked them.
He leaked— what are these? What are these? What? Okay,
was obtaining screenshots from 2 different people on my private Instagram, and he—
so private Instagram
got so about this tweet, he quote—
so this guy's been seething for over a week now because he got caught acting like an angry, pathetic freak to an e-girl, and Turkey Tom doesn't want to share a house with him at VidCon anymore. Apparently it's my fault. And apparently this is information of Diorio digging deep and leaking information about his personal life. When he put out an Instagram story, which is what this like thing is right here. He put an Instagram story talking about, I think I even saw this. I'm becoming like Fuentes in the sense where I've begun to go really low to people and hit below the belt or something. And then the rest of these are public tweets. This is him digging into your personal
Tweeted
life
and leaked
deep.
them. Diorio
How is this leaking? You put it on your Instagram story.
was someone who claims.
What is this guy's Instagram story? What is this guy's Instagram? Does he have his Instagram like linked on his? Oh, Instagram. This is your private Instagram? How is this private? And it looks like you're talking about Diorio holding up a fucking photograph of him on your private Instagram? What is this? Oh, motherfucker. What is... Oh, I can't even see the fucking stories. Dude, how is this private? It's linked on your fucking YouTube channel. What?
Impostures to be against things like doxing and digging into others' personal lives. But let's dig more.
So that's him digging into your personal life. Oh yeah, I'm still waiting for the doxing and hacking claim.
Into his position. I mean, on the surface, it seems legit. He's been involved in a heated confrontation with a sadistic troll and—
It's on a different account? Think he has another one? What is that? What is that? And is it still digging into his personal life if someone sends him an Instagram story of him talking about Diorio on his fucking Instagram story? Is that digging into his personal life if he gets sent that and then posts it on Twitter? Really?
and harasser named—
I mean, like, these reaches are insane.
Zoom. This individual allegedly doxed Nick's mother, prank called his mother, posted people's addresses, and even—
So now this is him doxing Zoom, apparently? This is information of Nicholas Diorio doxing someone.
He's been involved in a heated confrontation with a sadistic troll and harasser named Zoom. This individual allegedly doxed Nick's mother, prank called his mother, posted people's addresses, and even swatted people. Diorio felt this level of harassment was wrong for him, his family, and other people to endure. Rightfully so, I 100% agree.
Zoom, were you harassing Nick?
I called his mom and said that he was
Zoom,
stealing spaghettios.
you read my mom's cell phone number, you read her full name, you read multiple parts of my docs to a
I did
stream
not do
with a
that.
Ralph retort giggling in the background, and the only reason I can't play it for you right now is because Stream.me got fucked by the bunch of you idiots.
Why are you out of breath? You're sitting in a chair.
I'm not out of breath. You sound like you have no answer for my fucking question.
Oh, why did you read my mom's? Calm down, dude. It's the internet. I never
It's
said
not the
mom's
internet, it's my
cell
fucking
phone.
life when the cops are gonna knock on my fucking door, dude.
Not only that, he's rage quit a stream after he felt content—
Was that supposed to be a bad look on Nick? Is wait, what?
creator Tonkasaw was invading his personal/private life. By that he means Tonkasaw discussed an image Diorio himself posted onto his public Twitter account, which he still uses to this very day.
While you were crying about us not liking you.
I was
But
crying.
do whatever you
When-
like, bud.
Tonka, when did the tears come out of my eyes? I was crying.
When did the tears come out of your eyes? Probably when that girl said she wasn't your girlfriend on that post. That was the saddest shit I've ever seen.
What girl said she wasn't my girlfriend?
When you
What-
posted a picture of you holding somebody's hand, just trying to be vague about it, and then they're like, "You have a girlfriend?" And the girl's like, "No, he's my best friend."
Dude, you have no idea what you're talking about.
That was funny as fuck.
It's hilarious.
No,
It's
that was funny as
absolutely
fuck.
hilarious.
Okay, so that didn't
I
happen,
keep my
Nick.
personal
Nick,
life-
did that happen or not?
Yeah, it absolutely happened.
You posted a vague picture of you holding somebody's hand, or like fucking some shit, and then, "Do you have a girlfriend?" She's like, "No, he's my best friend and not my girlfriend."
Talk about
Like, this is a soy clip from Nick. This is probably the most soy clip Nick has in his fucking life. But I mean, Michael, Michael, do you know who you are? You're the guy who came onto my stream saying that you get dominated by your girlfriend in bed and that you get pegged in the ass. Like, that's you. That's you. Do you know how many clips exist of you? You're not gonna win this battle.
my fucking personal life on here.
It's not your
this is a
personal
good
life.
meme.
It's a
I do
tweet you
not
made.
talk
It's a
about
tweet
my
you made,
personal
Nick.
life publicly,
Nick, it's a
especially
tweet you
people
made.
I'm
That's
fucking
not your
talking
personal
to.
life.
Do not fucking
It's a
bring
tweet
up
you made.
who I
It's not
am
your
This is like
personal life.
2018
It's a
too.
tweet,
Like,
not
who
your
hasn't
personal
seen
life,
this,
dork.
you know?
Oh, whoa. You think it's cool to talk like I intentionally don't name people like this, specifically because I keep that part of my life very off the internet.
No, you don't. You try to post it and look cool, and you didn't look cool.
It was her idea to make the fucking post in the first place. I told her not
I'm
to
sure
comment
it
on what
was.
she did. That's none of your fucking business.
Then why'd you
And
post it on Twitter,
It doesn't belong
Nick?
in this argument.
It's
Tonka.
none of
That's
my business.
ridiculous.
Why is it up there, Nick? Why'd you post it if it's
Dude,
none
all
of
you guys
anybody's
have
business?
is looking into people's personal lives, and it's
How is this your personal life, Nick?
Why are you bringing it up
posted
in a fucking debate, Tonka?
Because it's funny, remember? It's about things that are funny.
Yeah, it's not your personal life though. Like if you make a photo public, of course it's not your personal life. If you post a picture of your fucking mom on twitter.com, people have it's like it's kind of fucked up, but people have like the right at that point to say, "Oh, your mom's like ugly." Like you're kind of shitty for it, you know what I mean? But what are you doing posting your mom on your public Twitter account, you know?
We're debating. We're debating.
But it's like this was like 4 or 5 years ago for Nick. Michael, it was just this week that you told the world that you get pegged in the ass. So it's like, come on.
Nick, is that what's happening? Oh, did Nick?
So when Tonka and Diorio had a disagreement, and Tonka brought up a woman in Diorio's private life, Nick's response was, "Don't talk about my private life." But when I have a disagreement with him, Nicholas Diorio thinks it's fair game. He shared leaked DMs of mine, which included identifying information of people in my private life, and who were not public figures, including photos.
Wait, what is this? Wait, is this him saying that he doxed his girlfriend?
Identifying information of people in my private life, and who were not public figures, including photos of them. This
Your girlfriend.
Information of people in my private life, and who were not public figures.
How is this leaked? Yeah, to be fair, I can't even see the other messages, but for the knowledge that I do know from what Alberto has been crying about for the last few months about Diorio, saying that he doxed his girlfriend by retweeting apparently a tweet with that shows one of his girlfriend's tweets and her profile picture, and her profile picture is her face. So Nick is a doxer. Like, you have to jump through so many loops here to make this point. Nick is a doxer who leaked personal information about you because he retweeted a tweet of someone else posting a picture of your girlfriend's Twitter account, and your girlfriend's Twitter account happens to have her own face as her profile picture. So then somehow, through all those loops, it's now doxing? Does he expand on this, or does he just vaguely say
including
this?
photos of them. This was done maliciously in a pathetic attempt to get back at me. Spreading their docs, one could say. When this sort of stuff is happening to Diorio, you're supposed to feel bad for him and take his side. But when Diorio has an issue with you, it's tough shit, and you deserve all of this horrific shit happening to you.
I've been right all year, Nick. I don't think that'll be wrong again.
You've been right all year?
Add Cats. I'll put my Discord in the chat. Anyone could add me. And
This
call
went.
me
This
if
was
they
how.
want.
This is going well for you.
How's
your wife?
Don't fucking talk about my wife. Ever.
Why? Why is she gonna come over to
Ever.
my house next?
Ever. Off limits.
Off
You
limits.
You should know better.
I should know better?
Yes.
Now, some people, including Diorio, deny that this is doxing.
That's my Discord
and me claiming
tag.
such is slander. His defenders claim it's fine because it's a public image they simply found and reposted. Just like how Diorio thinks saving a picture of a 14-year-old girl in her underwear isn't a problem, because it was public.
And apparently, the pictures in her underwear were on her Twitter and her Instagram.
Public consumption. They were on social media.
You know, this "there was no doxing" argument is really interesting for them to make, considering the fact Diorio called Keemstar a doxer for doing almost the same thing. In a video published on my 16th birthday, all the way back in 2019, Diorio claimed Keemstar published a dox of YouTuber Just Destiny. In the video, to really sell this narrative, he plays a phone call he recorded with Keem and Zoom, in which the two tried to find any info on Just Destiny. A YouTube
Wait, real quick. Cat might give me information about this. Cat is some like Twitter orbiter Spurg, maybe? I think so. I think I've seen him on Twitter. Maybe you could explain some of it. Hello?
Oh, hi, what's up?
Hey, what's up? You got information about the Courtney stuff, right?
Oh, yeah, so... So if you go back to like where he's like showing like those super blurred DMs, those were DMs between me and Michael. And the full context of those were that like I confronted Michael about him blocking me on Twitter and I was like kind of like arguing with him about like about her or whatever, and he was like claiming that like I was part of like the whole like doxing like brigade against him and his girlfriend or whatever. And what was crazy was that actually in those DMs where I'm arguing with him, he actually doxes like somebody else like in those DMs.
Who does
like,
he
I could
dox?
link you the thread. Someone in the community. I don't know if I should name them. I don't know if it's like I have that permission, but I've like literally tweeted like the entire thread out.
He
I can just
doxes
send-
someone in these DMs that you tweeted out, or in other DMs?
Oh, and these like specific like in that like screenshot or whatever that he posted. Here's my thread about it.
And so how exactly is this doxing? Because apparently you're the person who apparently doxed him, right? And Diorio just retweeted your tweet.
Technically, it was like Spondile. So Spondile made a tweet, like a joke tweet, saying like, "Oh, this like, I have information that this crazy girl like is moved across the country to be with Michael Alberto or whatever, right?" And it was a picture of Kat, right? And it was like literally her like Twitter profile picture that he used. It wasn't like a private photo or anything, right? And then Michael like claimed that was like a dox of her because like apparently because he never actually confirmed that he was in a relationship with her on like his streams or whatever. It's like technically like private information, even though it's not really what like a dox is or whatever. So that's what would cause like the entire like shit show or whatever. So like when I was like kind of like joking along with, and by the way, Kat also originally agreed with us that like yeah, it wasn't a dox or whatever. Like he like Michael that, like yeah. Michael like freaked out or whatever, and then like blocked like a bunch of people in the community, including me. So like I DM'd on Discord and I'm like, hey, what the fuck is like going on or whatever. And that's when we got into that argument. And then like literally like I think it's in the third or fourth picture that I posted or whatever. It's like you can see where I say something like, I don't know, it's in the second one. So like in that second image, he says, "That's so funny that her and blank, which is the person in the community, and her entire crew are going to signal boost it, blah, 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 blah." And I'm going back and forth. And then he says this in this screenshot. He's like, "At least they just straight up swap me, lol. I respect that there's a lot more than moral faggotry you guys engage in than do it to other people. The commentary community cries out in pain as they strike you. Come on, buddy. Gotta go to your group chat to get a response. I saw you typing. Actually, while you're posting there, tell person," and that's like her actual name. So originally he was just using her screen name, and then he uses her actual like full name in this like screenshot and says that she shouldn't be signal boosting a dox when she lives in a glass house, with a screenshot of like her liking Spondile's tweet.
Okay, so like apparently the doxing at the end of the day, the doxing is that Spondile or you made the connection that this random girl that he was following or that she was following you. You made the connection that they were dating when apparently
well,
that
the thing is, we like this was known for like months, like that they were dating, like even beforehand. Like she was like added to our group chats and like they were interacting or friendly or not. And in fact, like I'm pretty sure she was even like retweeting stuff about like Michael for like a while. So like it wasn't like a super like crazy thing that like was like already like super out in the open, but it was like anyone who knew like in the community knew that they were together.
Okay, well, okay, it's like to be 100% fair, it sounds like dox is definitely not the right word to use.
Yeah, like dox is not the right word. Like here's the thing, if
it's not the right word.
Like,
but it's pretty. I think I would probably be like pretty.
You could say that it was
annoyed.
shitty, which would have been fair. Like I think I even said that. Like I don't know if it's in these DMs, but I would have been like, he has like a right to be like, oh, it's kind of shitty to like leak that or whatever. If he was like trying to keep it on DL, that would be fine. But him specifically like using the word dox is like so like wrong and like literally not what happened.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the take at the end of the day. But to be 100% fair to Michael, I think I would be pretty mad if I was just following some girl on Twitter and maybe I was interacting with her here and there. And then if someone just randomly makes a tweet talking about this girl saying, hey, Lerix is dating this person who he follows, and it actually ended up being the case, I think I would be pretty annoyed at that. It's just Michael, as always, is taking it to ultimate extreme, which kind of delegitimizes his claim.
Yeah, like he literally then just like doxes somebody in the thread and then like tries to flip it on me like, oh, you're the one who like doxed my girlfriend. I'm like, no.
Okay, and then
like literally all Nick did was retweet it, and then he's claiming that like Nick was like also like aided in the doxing.
And the main problem here is that I doubt Diorio read all of these DMs because there's a lot of messages here. And what he saw is that face when Michael Alberto has a mental breakdown in your Discord DMs and threatens to dox your friends, which both of those things are true. So Diorio just probably saw a tweet of someone shitting on Michael and Michael going in crazy in someone else's DMs and schizoing out and retweeted it just to shit on him. It wasn't for any like reason or how he could possibly know that someone is doxing his girlfriend, you know? That was absolutely not anyone's intention.
Yeah, like, no, it's like really fucking crazy that like this is like the lengths that he took it to.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
So
true.
yeah, like I literally posted like all of those DMs because I'm like, okay, this is like insane. And then like that's like the narrative he's been running. And then like Michael's been like lying about me for like the past like fucking like 2 months, also claiming that I was like part of like pedophile cover up in Turkey Tom's Discord server. That was also really sick of him to tweet that.
Yeah, no, I mean, Michael has completely gone off the deep end, anti-commentary, betraying betraying sounds a little obnoxious, but backstabbing everyone else who he used to be associated with or friends with because they all ditched him first.
It's just weird too because he's like virtue signaling about how like, oh, like Nick is like making false pedo or rape allegations because he put me in a meme with like Bill Cosby, which is just like so ridiculous because like literally also in the image is George Soros. So
so Jewish. Yeah, he's apparently
is he Jewish?
Too.
Like what's happening?
That's what Diorio is alleging. The Jewish allegations. No, but also Alberto is claiming that like Diorio's fucked up for apparently leaking or at least promoting leaking someone releasing private information. When Alberto released my DM that I sent to him just like a day ago about the private shit going on in the community, I'm sure everyone has heard of. He leaked my DMs sending that to him, and then after he leaked that, he cleared all of his DMs on my end and then unadded me on Discord. So he leaked direct private information about Tom and me, but now he's trying to call out someone else for it? I mean, come on.
Yeah, this dude like literally has like no consistency or whatever. It's like literally just like spite.
Wait, Lord Triton retard. Ooh, he released a DM. Who cares? You do not have a functioning brain enough to fucking stay in this chat. You are a complete retard. He's calling out other people for doing the same shit, so we're pointing out hypocrisy. You're dot. Okay. No, I appreciate you calling in though.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, I'm gonna let you go back to your shit.
Bye. What a complete fucking tard, dude. Holy shit. Why? He posted DM. Who cares, dude? Nooses are only like $13 on Amazon.
Private life, and who were not public figures, including photos of them. This was done maliciously in a pathetic attempt to get back at me, spreading their docs, one could say. When this sort of stuff is happening to Diorio, you're supposed to feel bad for him and take his side, but when Diorio has an issue with you, it's tough shit and you deserve all of this horrific shit happening to you.
I've been right all year, Nick. I don't think that'll be wrong again.
You've been right all year? This is going well for you. How's your wife?
Don't fucking talk about my wife. Ever.
Why? Why is she gonna come over to my house next?
Ever. Off limits.
Off limits.
You should know better.
I should know better?
Yes.
I mean, isn't Salvo like a proven doxer?
Now, some people, including Diorio, deny that this is doxing, and me claiming such is slander. His defenders claim it's fine because it's a public image they simply found and reposted. Just like how Diorio thinks
Also, Salvo has very much made his wife public too. How many pictures has he posted? How many times has he talked about her? I mean, I don't know. You could call him shitty, but at the end of the day, Salvo is going at everyone else, so why not have a go at him and use the material that he's released publicly? So if Salvo's going low, why would Diorio have the respect to not go just as low to him?
saving a picture of a 14-year-old girl in her underwear isn't a problem, because it was public.
And apparently, the pictures in her underwear were on her Twitter and her Instagram.
For public consumption, they were on social media.
You know, this "there was no doxing" argument is really interesting for them to make, considering the fact Diorio called Keemstar a doxer for doing almost the same thing. In a video published on my 16th birthday, all the way back in 2019, Diorio claimed Keemstar published a dox of YouTuber Just Destiny. In the video, to really sell this narrative, he plays a phone call he recorded recorded with Keem and Zoom, in which the two tried to find any info on Just Destiny, a YouTuber who was in drama at the time. At one point in the call, Keem mentions using an IP grabber to help narrow down their search. Now, why was Keem working with notorious doxer and swatter Zoom? Well, because Nicholas DiOrio told him to.
What I just cannot fathom is why Nick was in there, literally helping us, literally saying, I'm going to go to the address and find out. And he's sending us videos and he's popping in and out and he's giving us information. And then somehow it's being spun to Keemstar's a horrible person, swatting and fucking doxing people. I don't get it. He was literally helping us try to find all this information.
And he was there the entire time.
That's
and
why I
was
don't
taking
get
direction from me and taking direction from you.
But DiOrio isn't responsible for their team up at all, because he was simply joking when he suggested Keem work with him. Just like
I don't know any of this.
Responsible for their team up at all, because he was.
I don't know any of this context. Let me try and give you some context. Is this DiOrio? Keemstar has recently become friends with Zoom. I cracked a joke saying, if you want to find out he's a pedo, go ask Zoom. After what he did the other day. Then we got into the call. He said, I just talked to Zoom and he's getting to the bottom of it for me. In Clown's Discord, so he actually did it. I mean, isn't there more evidence to prove on the opposite that DiOrio has been swatted and not swatted, but doxed by this guy Zoom, his mom's phone number or something, his mom's information, his family information. So you're making the claim he would be in cahoots with the same guy who's leaking information about his family? Where's the connection there? How could that possibly make sense? Apparently he was in the call and he said, talk to Zoom if you want to find out he's a pedo. And we're interpreting that as like genuine. I mean, I just feel like it's a bigger stretch to claim that Nick would associate and be in cahoots with the same guy who's doxing his fucking mom.
He was simply joking when he suggested Keem work with him. Just like how, according to DiOrio, Zaptai was just joking when he told a 14-year-old girl that she was worth getting arrested for. Everything is just a big fucking joke to DiOrio. Oh, did I forget to mention in a 2018 video, DiOrio called Zoom a pedophile?
Here's a screenshot of a man named Zoom. Zoom is an alleged pedophile who is often found in this community, and after being banned for a brief time, a man with a conscience asks Ralph, why is this pedophile allowed back on the server? And his reply, don't know, don't care.
It just gets worse for this guy. So he told Keem to work with a pedophile, doxer, and swatter. And his get out of jail free card is he was being sarcastic. Yeah, alright buddy, sure thing. You definitely aren't lying when you say that, right?
I mean, Alberto, so you're uncharitable to DiOrio when he says he was joking, but you expect charity when you make the same defense of saying I was joking talking about the Courtney allegations, when again, we have proof. Oh fuck, where's the video? How you're looping. We have proof of the exact opposite with the leaked DMs that were shown between you and Tom, where you were acting maliciously. I don't know why you think you can expect charity when you don't give the same charity to other people.
Anyways, back on track. So DiOrio claims Keemstar published a dox, and DiOrio thinks that's a bad thing. Not only that, Keem is also apparently a super hacker and he smears people. And Nick also thinks that's bad. I agree with DiOrio here. I also think all of those things are bad. Now, what did Keemstar actually do? Keemstar sent Just Destiny's public Google Plus account to YouTuber Lieutenant Cobra in DMs. Judging by DiOrio's 2019 video and a late 2020 Twitter interaction between Nick and Keem, all that ever happened was stuff from Just Destiny's public Google Plus account was shared in DMs.
As it turns out, the genius himself, Keemstar, entrusted the sensitive docs of an innocent man to a child.
Lerix, it's okay to say you're biased towards one of your friends. You guys just gotta be trolling me. Anyone call in. Anyone call in and fucking give any arguments to the contrary. We've seen countless lie after lie from Alberto in this video. Yeah, true.
A kid who fucking—
And also, when DiOrio called in, I directly told him I disagree about Zaptai. You motherfuckers.
No,
dude.
I'm not joking. We don't even know who else got this information leaked. So Keemstar, you published the docs.
throughout my search, I found no proof Keemstar ever actually published it. Diorio doesn't know what words mean, apparently. So, when it's convenient for Diorio to call publicly available information a dox, he'll call it that, and he'll make a 1-hour video calling Keemstar a doxer. However, if it's something involving me, I'm smearing him when I point out he's connecting public information to my private life to try to get some win over me. Even if you disagree what Nick did,
I mean, it's just
it doesn't fit the dictionary definition of doxing for whatever reason, even though I think it does. What Diorio did perfectly fits his own personal definition of doxing that he outlined in his Keemstar video. At one point during his—
Lerix, it's so obvious that you're biased. I mean, I'll admit I'm biased towards Michael because I agree and like him. Yeah, dude, true. Yeah, just discredit anything anyone says because they're biased. I mean,
his attempt to cover up the fact
that's
he
a good way to
dragged
just
this
write off
person
everything
from my private life into our Twitter beef and he spread their dox. Diorio straight up lied to talk show host Ethan Ralph about it. As you all know by watching this video, he retweeted leaked DM conversations from 2 different people in May 2023, which these DM conversations were solely about
the only
this
thing good about this
individual in my
video is the
private life.
music.
Their
The music's
picture is
actually
shown in
good.
the screenshots multiple times. A few weeks later in June, he denied ever knowing this person existed till now. It just blows me away how openly he lies. It's such an obvious and easily disprovable lie too. I don't even know why he would even bother trying to—
Can we just get that soundbite?
It just blows me away how openly he lies. It's such an obvious and easily disprovable lie too. I don't even know why he would even bother trying to tell such a lie. Probably because he knows everyone in the commentary community will never call him out for anything. What makes this even funnier is—
True. Yeah, nobody calls Nick out for anything. The commentary community is all incestuous. Just rattle off the bullet points arguments. Everybody just agrees with each other. Everyone's clout hungry. No one's going to go after the top dogs because they're scared about their own reputation and their own careers. Yep.
Diorio's most passionate defenders don't even, regurgitate that lie. They'll acknowledge he did it, but they'll try to redefine the definition of doxing. So semantically, what Diorio did doesn't fit it. Diorio, on the other hand, just straight up lies. He just claims he never knew she existed, even though he did. During this doxing saga, Lerix made a post criticizing me.
Oh, hey, it's me.
For having a private relationship of mine public. And Diorio and the person who originally did the doxing both liked the tweet.
Wait, what?
And Diorio and the person who originally did the doxing.
So I make a tweet. He's specifically saying this is about me, which yeah, he's one of the people. But I mean, I said a common trend I'm seeing in pathetic people is their girlfriends defending them in their retarded internet Twitter drama. This is the same thing with iDubbbz. This is the same thing with Alberto. I couldn't imagine a more embarrassing reality than, yeah, you go get him, babe. Defend me against my Twitter haters. Keep your bitches offline, man. Making your relationship public with someone has 0 benefits. Don't ever do it. I mean,
both liked the tweet. Isn't that funny? The people who publicized our private relationship without our consent are now trying to criticize me for the fact that it's no longer private.
I mean, you're claiming you would have a point if Diorio retweeted one of Cat's or anyone else's tweet saying, this is Michael Alberto's girlfriend. This is leaked information that Michael Alberto has an ugly looking girlfriend. Look at this shit. Then you would have a case if Diorio retweeted a tweet like that. But no, what did he actually retweet? A bunch of schizo DMs of you spurging out in someone's fucking Discord. And then at the very bottom we see here is a slight photo of another guy, Spondyle's tweet, where you can barely see his girlfriend. And again, Diorio didn't even make this tweet. He just retweeted it because he saw you schizoing out in someone else's fucking DMs and then threatening to dox other people. Come on, man.
Also in his Keemstar video, Diorio criticizes Keem for falsely accusing Just Destiny as a pedophile, which Diorio has done to me, as you all know by now.
Yes! Pedophile Michael Alberto. It's not allegations. He is a pedophile. Honestly, I would trust Epstein with my kids 9 times out of 10 more than fucking Michael Alberto.
And he also criticizes Keem for hacking, which Diorio later backtracked because Keem never hacked anybody. Like the weasel he is, Diorio changed the title to attempted hacking. The reason I even mention this hacking claim is because in a response stream,
I love it how it's like Keemstar, like, he points out that Diorio corrected the record. He corrected one of his titles, and then he calls that being weaselly. Like, wouldn't it be the opposite? If someone was being weaselly, wouldn't they not, like, go back and fix their mistakes or errors that they make?
the title to attempted hacking. The reason I even mention this hacking claim is because in a response stream to me, Nick read actual hacked private messages of mine from a security breach of a social media platform.
Oh, Michael Alberto was in the post leaks? Is that true? Was Michael Alberto in the post leaks? No, he wasn't. Was he? What was Michael talking about in the post leaks? I'm sure there'd be nothing interesting in there.
So he has no moral issue using something like that to try and attack someone. After accusing Keemstar of doxing, hacking, and lying,
I mean, DMs got leaked of you, and it's not like he's the one who leaked the DMs, but is it really that morally bad to see DMs that got leaked of someone talking about, like, cringe shit and then laughing at them? Is that morally bad? What is this? Like, yeah, if DMs come out of Michael Alberto sexting his girlfriend saying, I want you to stick it in 6 inches deep, babe. Next time I fly you out to VidCon and you fuck me 3 times in the ass per day, make sure you bring lube. Make sure you bring lube next time. Like, if DMs like those get leaked, yeah, everyone's gonna have a laugh. I'm gonna put those live on stream and have a great laugh at that. I don't think that's a big moral wrong. It's not like I'm the one hacking you. I'm not the one leaking you. But if shit's going to be out in public and someone makes a funny tweet about it, I'm going to broadcast it and laugh at you.
Oreo would then work.
And you would, Michael, you would do the same thing, and I bet you have.
Work for Keemstar.
My name is Nicholas Diorio, and today, Keemstar has tasked me with breaking down an infamous story of a previously deleted lost episode of Drama Alert.
While also refusing to take down his video. So obviously he doesn't give a shit about any of these issues. He switches sides whenever it's profitable.
Yeah, Diorio's really concerned about making profit on YouTube. The guy who doesn't, who uploads like once every 2 years. That's the guy who's really concerned about making a profit.
So in conclusion, Diorio is a bad-faced, disingenuous, hypocritical liar who defends questionable people. And he constantly engages in the same unethical behavior he criticizes other people for. He postures as—
And we've seen the same thing from you in this video. Even if that was true about Diorio here, we've seen the same thing from you in this very video of you dishonestly looking at, clipping out context to make your points. You completely ignoring DMs that directly prove wrong your whole Courtney section of this video.
as this guy who is against false allegations and will defend people like Zaptai, even though he has to tell lies in order to protect Zaptai. He is also
yeah, I can't wait, dude. Michael, I can't wait for the technicals video.
Totally fine with making false allegations against people he simply just doesn't like. His main quote-unquote lead
yeah, good luck, dude, because Zero is so much more indefensible than fucking Zaptai.
Against me has literally stated she doesn't like what he did. He'll sit here and posture like he's against doxing.
Ice
and then he does
pussy.
it to people for the sole reason that they're associated with me.
So that was his claim of doxing. That's unironically his claim of doxing, that Diorio doxed him. I mean, did we expect anything
Nicholas
else?
Diorio hates me so much. He literally scheduled a phone call with—
I would ask him to call in, but he fucking deleted all of our DMs on Discord and fucking blocked me or unadded me on Discord after leaking my DMs too. So the big moral arbiter about fucking you know, not leaking private information, he leaks my DMs about Tom and fucking me. So I mean, good one, dude.
Technicals after correctly realizing we were working together. In this call, he smeared me to
consistency,
technicals
just team
to try to
sports.
convince him not to work with me. While some creators did buy into his lies and will never work or talk to me ever again, thankfully Technicals didn't, and he continued to work with me. So thank you, Tech. I appreciate it. There's nothing else I can.
He even gives a shout out to the guy who defended 19-year-olds saying to a fucking 13-year-old Ice Cubes and pussy.
He continued to work.
Glad that we got him a shout out in this video. No consistency.
work with me. So thank you, Tech. I appreciate it.
Just whoever I don't like at the time.
There's nothing else I can really add here that I haven't already said in this video, so subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow my Kick. If you would like to throw a couple bucks my way to help me keep producing content like this, there's a bunch of donation methods in the description below.
Please
YouTube
keep producing
also has
content like
the Super
this.
Thanks feature.
Let's donate. But yeah, that's it. Let's see the comments. Everyone in this community has his cases of hypocrisy, backstabbing, or skeletons in the closet. W. Yo, Nick, do you want to call in or make any, like, final points? I'll call you. Just join if you want. I don't know. I stand up for Michael because I know Michael will stand up for me. Ice Cube's pussy. In conclusion, though, what have we learned? Michael Alberto's video brought up no new information. He lied to just make his points. All the same thing he tried to accuse Diorio of and failed. He does the same shit himself. He clips things out of context to make his points. He lies and dishonestly talks about shit. Specifically the Courtney allegations, when his intentions were shown to be malicious and not just a fucking joke. It wasn't just a joke, like as he said. Like, yeah, these are jokes right here. And he's comparing it to what Tom is doing. He never made a defense that, oh, is it just a joke when talking to Tom in these DMs. It was all, oh, we're the same. We were both doing it maliciously and out of hatred. Oh, it was? I thought it was just a joke, Michael. I thought you were just joking about this. He then claims that Diorio went out of his way to find private information going on his Instagram story when his Instagram story was talking about him. And he got sent that shit. But yeah, I mean, what'd you expect though? What'd you expect? If you want to call after, let me know. Diorio might be calling in again. One sec. Man, this was AIDS. But, I mean, to be expected. Let technicals call in. Technicals can call in any times you want. He only wants to join with Nick. And, of course, Nick isn't going to talk to him. But, of course, Technicals isn't going to respond to any hard-hitting criticism either. So, it's the same thing. Oh. But yeah. I think that's basically all, though. That's all I had. Hey, appreciate everyone for coming out the stream. We'll start this up. I have nothing else to cover. Dog shit video.
Nick Robin.
I've made all my points clear. To be expected from Michael Pegberto. Appreciate you guys coming out to the stream, and I'll see you guys next time. Big things are coming on this channel. The future live streams are going to be on this. I'm actually really happy with the turnout. We're almost about to be monetized. 1,000 subscribers, about to be monetized, and yeah. Alberto, if you want to call in, you can. But yeah, L stream. Yeah, that's basically all though. Yeah, and then again, he fucking claims that Diorio is like doxing him or releasing private information about him, and he just releases my private information and DMs I sent to him. Fucking over Tom too, who's been nothing but good friend to him. That should be all for Alberto though. I mean, there really isn't any more memes with this guy. It'll actually be surprising if he stays as retarded as Flamenco for such an extended period of time. But yeah, see you guys soon. Stream coming again soon, and yeah, see you later.